captains out in the middle, and as you see, the Downings have 2 captains out there. Number 7 is Michelle Wilkin. She actually captained the team in the semi-final in the absence of number 12 Sinead McBride. They're both out there now, and that is the referee David Herson, demonstrating exactly what he expects. And the other captain from Warrenpoint is Katie Howlett, their number 9. And the officials, David Herson, Anthony Marin is 4th official, Yvonne Brady and Anya Martin from Fermanagh. We are at Kildress Wolfe Tones in the hills of Tyrone for this game. It's a lovely setting here and a lovely day. I saw the weather forecast last week and it said it was going to rain, but that's tomorrow, thankfully. So we've a good crowd here as well, and the clubhouse, I was over there, absolutely fantastic spot. Not just because they give us soup, but really, really impressive facilities here in Kildress, as you can see now as our shot has come out a little bit. And in the stand that we are in, it is just filled up in the last 5 minutes or so. They've all just arrived. They're trying to get them in to the ground here. There's even someone with a pram here to my left as well, trying to park it as well, and that says it all. 2024 AIB Ulster Junior Championship Final. It is the Downings from Donegal against Warrenpoint from County Down. So 2 ends of Ulster, 2 opposite ends, and they found Kildress in between for this game. So they've all had to travel a bit to get here. But we love these junior games because you don't know what way it's going to go. You can't call it. Neither county has ever actually won this championship. It's never gone to Donegal or Down. So today there is going to be history made either way, and it's very interesting as well. Both teams are really up and running, as in the modern sort of teams that they've had in their clubs in the last 5 or 6 years. So it's like a rejuvenation in both clubs. So it's filling up around us. I'm almost getting a little bit worried here because there's lots of kids and that, and they're all coming into the stand here. But it's going to make for a terrific atmosphere as long as they don't come too close to our cameras. It'll be grand. And our cameras at the minute are on the Warrenpoint team warming up. They've already done an extensive warm-up on the pitch behind the fence on that far side. And you can also see the ball net over on that far side is blowing to the right. So the wind is going from left to right. I was told by one of the local people here, it's always cold here. There's always a bit of wind. We're up in the hills, but the wind going from left to right, so the toss will be important. I have Emma Hegarty with me on co-commentary today. Emma, you know this place a wee bit better than me. I'm sure you played here, have you? Is it always cold here?
Yeah, it's always cold once you come up past Pomeroy.
You've just upset the whole of Pomeroy, as well as Kildress. But that's all right. You're from Dúnaibh, you can do that. Galway will be the same, will it?
Yeah, up around there is always very, very cold.
Whereas Dúnaibh is lovely and warm.
It's just a wee bit warmer.
I like Dúnaibh. There's a big hill you go down to the ground and all there. We haven't actually streamed in from there. I don't think we have. But anyway, listen, this game today, it's impossible to sort of call it, really, isn't it? Because you don't know the teams. I don't know the teams. I know some of the players, but you haven't seen them. I mean, you can go by their track record in the competition so far a wee bit. I mean, Warrenpoint have won 2 games, quarter-final and semi-final. They haven't scored any goals. But it could have been just the way those games went, whereas the Downings, they've scored plenty of goals, but you just don't know. But do you know any of the players?
I don't know any of the players, but I see both teams gone through quite vigorous warm-ups here at the minute, and I see the referee at the minute in there, he's had words with both goalkeepers. I'm not sure what that's about, but he seems to be having quite extensive words with them. So no, both teams look to be really, really sharp in their warm-up, so hopefully that sets the scene for a really good game here.
It's really interesting you mentioned that and you picked that out about the referee, because you don't usually see that, but you're right, he's away over there talking and he's spending quite a bit of time, and as I was saying, he was demonstrating as well. And I know this referee, and I know there's one thing, and for example, he told me about last year when I was doing a game, and it was an inter-county game, and he made a point of saying to me that he doesn't like bad language. And say if a player is maybe a girl kicks a ball and then she's not happy with the kick, and say she uses a bit of foul language on it, he'll give a free against her. You know, he's very, very hard on that, and it is a rule, and a lot of referees wouldn't, but he is. So, you know, that's an interesting thing. We need to watch out. Every referee has their own way of doing things, but he could be an interesting factor today. Of course, we hope he's not, and he hopes he's not. But it's an interesting one that he's been very clear and sort of telling people exactly what he wants. He's laying down the law, but maybe you need that. And at this level, it's a big game, and he needs to be in control, I guess, you know? Yeah,
definitely. He has to set the standards high at the start. I suppose I could probably be in a bit of bother myself if I was going by them rules sometimes. But no, look, he's had his words with both teams. No, not today.
Well, they're going to pause now for, I think it's a minute's silence. 1 for Brendan Martin and 2 for Aisling McGivern from Warrenpoint. The community there is absolutely shocked. The club PRO, her family steeped in the club. She was the heartbeat of the club. So this is a very poignant moment for Warrenpoint. And as you see the blue and white flag from St Peter's Warrenpoint over on the far side, and that whistle called for the minute's silence. Just before the anthem, I can tell you on Facebook, we have Catherine Niall and baby Kayla Quinn watching from Qatar, supporting the Quinn twins from Warrenpoint. And Patsy Russell is on. Hiya, Patsy, as well. He's a commentator himself. Good luck to Warrenpoint. And we will have that anthem. But in the meantime, feel free to send me your messages either on Facebook or indeed on the YouTube channel. We're on there as well. So you have a choice of where you would like to watch the game. Under the flags. And a lovely version of the anthem there. The girls from the local club, lovely touch by them and by Ulster ladies as well to organise that. They did that last year in one of the games as well. It's a lovely touch. Let's go to the teams for you. Let's go to Warrenpoint, starting with Warrenpoint. Cara Bradley in goal. She's only 19. There'll be a lot of that. Lily McClory at number 7 is only 18. Murren Snedden at 5 is only 18. The captain in midfield is Katie Howlett at number 9. Then you have Celine Murphy at number 10. Her dad Brian Murphy is the manager. In fact, she had to say, please Dad, would you please manage us? She went after him for about 3 months before he would take the job. No one else would take it apparently, and they were going to fold. That's the sort of story you get at this level, and look where they are now. 11 and 12 are the twins, Enya Quinn and Kiva Quinn, both only 19, and Enya has been free scoring for the team. 0-8 in the Ulster or the Down final. She was player of the match. 0-5 against Lavjarg, 0-6 against Athenamullen. Lucy Elmore at number 15 is only 15, and Kate Mansfield only 17. Such a young team, but that, as I say, is what you get at this level. That is Warrenpoint, and we will look to see how they play their game as well. Look, going on to the Downings, Charlie Shevlin is only 21. She is in goals. And they do have their spread of youth as well. Chloe Hay is only 20. Jessica Roberts is a little bit older. Her sister Tanya is the PRO and a mentor as well. Maggie Doherty at number 4. She'd be around the 30 mark as well. Then into the half-backs, you have Maeve O'Connell is 17. In fact, there's 4 O'Connell sisters. But one of them, Aoibhinn O'Connell, who was brilliant up to now, she did her cruciate in the last minute of the semi-final. What a blow. Aoibhinn only 20. Then you have Anya, Maeve and Cleana. Michelle Wilkin at number 7 is around the 35 mark. She's been there from the start when the club got revived in 2016, and she is a mum of 3. Nadine Gallagher at 21. She has 2 sisters who moved to Australia, could be watching today. Julie Traerty is at number 8. Kiva McLaughlin is at 9, and her sister Amy is at 10. Mary T. Boyle is at 11. She's a mum of 2. Sinead McBride, the captain, and then Lauren McBride at 15, no relation, she's 23. Denise Doherty at 13, she got the 2 goals in the semi-final, and she's an auntie of the number 27, Casey Gallagher. And a full forward, Shannon McGrawdy, who won the Senior All-Ireland with Termon back in 2014, and she is now delighted to be playing with her own home club now. She scored a late dramatic winning point against Coleraine. They so nearly didn't make it, but they're here. Her sister Katie is at number 26, and they're both nieces of the manager one of the managers of the team, Dom McGrady. Brian Curran, Barney Curran, Maxie's brother, is the manager. They were formed 7 years ago, whereas Warrenpoint only got going 5 or 6 years ago, so they're both new and both amazed and delighted to be in this junior final, and one of them is going to make history here today. David Herson is about to throw the ball in, and here we go. As you see, Shannon McGrady, 14, has gone to the middle of the field, but it's Katie Howlett, the captain of Warrenpoint, who wins it as Warrenpoint play from right to left. We have beautiful sunshine here, we have wind going from left to right in the faces of Warrenpoint, but they are still on the attack, and it's Kate Mansfield in the distinctive orange, is it, boots or red boots there, but the attack is looking like it might break down. But Lucy Elmore, 15 and only 15 years of old, does well to get it back into the midfield. They'll come over to this side now and they'll get it to Celine Murphy, and Celine will slip the ball in to Kiva Shannon, and there's a chance here they can get inside Kate Mansfield, but the Downings defence, you can see the pattern already set up there. They've got their players all in there, and that was McGrady trying to get a challenge in there, so they're just keeping them around the edges now. But can they get inside the scoring zone? This is Enya Quinn, who's been their top scorer so far. She gets her kick in, but it's not going to be a good one. It's going to go across the goal, and Emma, already you can see the pattern of the game there.
Yeah, already it's got very defensive there from Downings. They've left 3 ups in front here. Unless you have a serious high fitness level, that's going to be very, very hard to maintain for that half forward line to get back and forward, up and down that pitch very, very early on. I suppose they want to just try and close out that defence and try and stop any early goals here. And
let's see what happens with a kick out. Well, it's gone straight to Warrenpoint. There was only one Downings player there, and Warrenpoint were able to eat that one up rather easily. But now Downings have it, and they might counter now, and there might be more room for them. This is Sinead McBride, and she tries to get it in there, but that's not accurate, and it's great defending by the full-back Roisin Kelly to get out in front there, and the crowd in the stand here absolutely loved that. You can see some of them in our shot there, and they are from Warrenpoint, and they loved that bit of defending. There's nothing like a bit of full-back getting out in front, Emma, to get the crowd going.
Yeah, and Kiva McLaughlin there didn't hold back, Julie Treaty didn't hold back there. She went full force at that for that pass and didn't stop, didn't pull out, and she got her rewards there of a sideline ball.
And there is another decision that the referee has made, and it's gone against the player who is with the ball. Katie Howlett gives it back now to Kiva Quinn. Great crossfield ball. That's a way to sort of take out a team who's trying to be really defensive. Let the ball do the work and move it forward as quickly as you can. Lily McCrory with it now, and that's a nice ball to Kiva Shannon, who's now popped up on the right side of the attack, and that's great play by her, nipping inside. If she can get a shot away here, but she's running into trouble, and she has been gobbled up in there, and it's Warrenpoint who do emerge with it though, and it's Katie Howlett again involved a lot, and this is the centre half back Emma Russell. She's been rock solid for them, but going forward there it breaks down again, and you can see, as I say, the pattern is very clear. This is Downings now trying to move it really quickly. She was under pressure there from about 3 or 4 players, Shannon, but she still got rid of it. They want to get the ball moving as quickly as he can up to that full forward line, but that's 3 times, Emma, that it hasn't worked, and that the defence has done well. Now they're giving away a free here. Sorry, I'll bring you in a second. There's a good ball down into the corner, and it's looking for Denise Doherty. She'll be trying to get inside, but Warrenpoint have got plenty of players back. She might get the point though. No, it's gone to the right and it's gone wide, but the Warrenpoint defence doing quite well, and it's really interesting the way Downings are trying to get the ball up as quickly as possible. Yeah, the last 2 passes there, I think the hesitation of the full forward line coming out to win that ball is not helping them. The decision's good to kick it in, but they're hesitating to go and get the ball. If they go hard at it, there's a chance they're going to win it. They are going to win it, but there's a bit of hesitation there, and I think the manager's just illuminated that to their corner forward there. He's not happy with her. Yeah, so don't hold back basically. No. I remember last year Clodagh McCambridge got out in front against Emer Prenter in the Ulster semi-final. It sort of set the tone for the whole game. Yeah, the way a defender can get out. Could be a slight bit of nerves as well. Yeah, true. It'll take maybe 15 minutes for them to settle in there, but I know that even now still this manager is not at all happy with the full forward line. So hopefully they get settled down here and start getting out and win some ball here. Yeah, credit to the defence though, they got out well. Yep. Here's a chance now for the first score, and it's Enya Quinn. Has she got the distance? I don't think so. In fact, it's been picked up by a Downings defender. Can't see who it is back there, but that's a great ball to Amy McLaughlin, and she's going to try and move it quickly. They are quite quick and quite useful when they get up, and here's a great run now, and I think that's Julie Treardy, and she indeed puts the quick ball down into the corner again, looking for Denise Doherty in the corner. As you say, they have to go to the corners to get the ball, but they're going to have to stand up. At Warrenpoint have plenty of players back, and they've moved 1 or 2 further back as well. Now McGrady could get the first score, and that looks good to me, and it is, and Downings have taken the lead in the 5th minute of the game. They are playing with that strong wind advantage, but there's no point just belting it forward, and they built well there.
Yeah, that's an excellent score there, an excellent team score. But again, it came from the movement, the early movement, and going hard at it and not pulling out there. So that's very, very good movement inside and a good ball.
There's twice they've put it out to Denise Doherty in that left corner.
And
and here she's got it again, and she's fouled there, and that's going to be a free in. And it could be a tick there as well because she was away there.
Yeah. He doesn't not giving nothing, I don't think, here.
No tick, but she certainly brought her in, and it was an interception that looked dangerous for me, certainly for a point, maybe even for a goal, but it's going to be a chance for a point, and probably will be. She's got the wind behind her and uses it, and indeed, second point of the game for Downings, 2-0, but they will want to build up a lead in this half, and that was Lauren McBride. Now the kick out, let's look at these kick outs. She's kicking the ball into the wind here. Cara Bradley, and she's gone short again, but it's been intercepted again, and there could be a goal here on, and the pass is just a little bit too strong, and the referee has brought it back anyway, and he's given something. Is it outside? Is it inside? Is it a free? I didn't quite see. Maybe we'll.
I think it's just outside that 13-metre line.
Let's see it again here, Emma. Let's just watch it, but they're definitely having problems with those kickouts. Yeah, there was 2 or 3 fouls in there, wasn't there? But maybe they need to alter that. That's twice in a row they've been caught with those. Yeah,
Warrenpoint seem to be going with a bunch and break kind of system there for their kickouts, and it's not really working because only 12 seem to go for the ball on that occasion, and then she ended up having to foul because she was the only one getting back then after that. So maybe change the strategies and try and go a wee bit short, pull back and go a wee bit shorter.
We've a viewer in Pittsburgh from the Pittsburgh Banshees, carrying a Kinna, and she was telling me that she's had players from both clubs out in that part of the world. Good to have them on board watching the coverage here today, and the referee has given a free again for Downings, and that's the 3rd time in a couple of minutes that the Warrenpoint defence has fouled there, a little bit further from goal. And the sun just going in here in Kildress. They're going to go short, or Shannon is coming over to take it. No, they are going to go short. Just checking on the YouTube channel as well there to make sure everything's okay. I hope you're enjoying the coverage there. I will keep an eye on the messages there. But back with the game. It's 3 points to 0 after 7 minutes. Downings with the wind advantage will be wanting to take advantage in the first few minutes. They weren't making much progress, but they've got those 3 scores now, and they are threatening. And that was Howlett getting a hand in, but they're still getting through, Downings. This is a lovely play through the hands, and that's Doherty. And from a very tight angle, she gets it over the bar. And, well, Emma, you have plenty of players back, but if they're not stopping it, it's not much use, is it? They're getting through. Yeah,
you got to push out in that ball. You can't give them any room at all to kick there. Or the way Downings are threatening that goal, it's going to be a score.
It's like the defenders are all going to the ball, isn't it? They're not watching the players, and it's very good short passing from Downings to get through. Now let's look at this kick out again. You see the way the press is on from Downings, and they're forcing them, and there could be another mistake. It's gone all the way through, but they're having real problems with those kickouts. They're trying to feed it through, but it's not working. It's causing all of their own problems. And that one's going to go wide, but yeah, Warrenpoint need to address that, don't they? Yeah, there's just not enough people looking about the ball there. They're standing up and letting 1 or 2 people go for that kick out, and it's not going to work, especially against a wind like that. And what is that? Is that just tentativeness, or they're a little, because there is a high press on from Downings, isn't there? Sometimes players just don't like to take the blame if something goes wrong. You need leaders to step up there and take it by the scruff of the neck, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it worked there because Kiva Shannon went and got it. Now it was a little bit tight, but it works. And now they get it to Anna O'Neill, and Anna gives it in to Howlett. Kiva Shannon again. She was the one who stood up and took responsibility, and now she's joined the attack. Enya Quinn, Kate Mansfield, and back to Emma Russell up helping the attack. Now around this area they've broken down quite a lot, but she is quite clever there. She goes in and then feeds it back out and gives it to Anna Craven, but that shot is going to go to the right and wide. And do you get the feeling that Warrenpoint need a wee score here to settle themselves? But they're running up against a certain wall there, and they're not able to get through. Yeah, patience is going to be key here for Warrenpoint in the first half. I think they need to be very, very patient, work the ball and take the score whenever it's on. Trying to force through that brick wall of Downings have set up there is not going to be easy. From Lily McCrory to get out in front. So their game has been quite good around the middle of the field, and their approach play, but their finishing has left a lot to be desired. But Kiva Shannon is inside now. Oh, and she nearly got it through to Elmore, and the crowd give an ooh there because they knew that there was a goal on there, but it was a brilliant interception, Emma. I don't know who it was, but it was a great interception.
I didn't see it myself. Didn't see who the player was, but it was an excellent interception. And again, coming out and not taking that chance.
Exactly, yeah. They need to make something of that because they have no score on the board, and we're exactly 10 minutes into the first half, and there comes a big bombing ball into the full forward line, and it's a great ball and it's brilliantly taken. Oh, the shot in the end did not match the finish. That was Lauren McBride, but what a ball in from McGrady. So the tactic is really obvious when they just bomb it in there. This is the one at the other end, the interception. Let's have a look at that. We might be able to give credit now to the defender if we can see who it is. What number is that?
4.
4. It was a number 4. So Maggie Doherty got across there, and she did well, but no score now at either end from that little passage. And this now is Howlett doing well. That's much better. They went longer with the kick out and it worked for them, but the next ball not so good. And they go short. Just checking around the pitch to see where Warrenpoint are, and they have 2 sweepers, or do they call them +1s, back there now in defence. They're very wary of the wind advantage and the threat from the Downings, but they needn't be because they have the ball now. Mansfield gives it to Murphy. They go to the right hand side. A lot of their attacks have come from that side, but as Emma says, they need to be patient. They're trying to work an opening, and it's Russell now, and lots of room on this side. They have stretched it over to the left. They must have heard me, but can she come in on the right? Good patient defending, and they're not fouling or trying not to. Anyway, that's an interesting ball. I don't know if she meant it as a pass. Oh, I thought there was going to be a goal chance there, but is it the first point? It is. First point of the day for Warrenpoint, and that will help them. So the ball in from Anya Quinn, and just dropped nicely and bombed over the bar by Lucy Elmore, I think it was. I'm not sure there was too much design about that, but it worked. The goalkeeper is Charlie Shevlin, and she goes short very easily. Not much of a press on there from Warrenpoint, so Downing's able to get the ball, but not such a good ball up along the line. But good score for Warrenpoint. 4 points to 1 now. 12 minutes gone. Emma Russell was involved in that, and here she comes again. She loves to drive forward. She made herself available for the last score, stretching the play, and now she's driving. But you see, when they go through the middle there, Emma, it doesn't work.
Yeah, there's not enough people coming through the middle. I was just watching there. They are keeping 2 back, and then there's a 3rd back. The only one seems to be going through there for them is number 6, and they're happy to let her go with it. And instead of coming up alongside her and giving her a hand, they need more runners through that middle to try and break that defence down and break lines. Yeah,
because there's too many Downings defenders just in there. They're going to sit in the middle and there's no way through, so they need to vary it a little bit. Mind you, they are playing into the wind, which makes it tricky. And another ball goes over the sideline, so some of the play a little bit erratic. And the referee calling the Downings players away. I'm not sure what that. Oh, he's brought the ball forward for some reason. It's way over that far side. I'm not quite sure what that was about. But the ball moved forward for Warrenpoint. And now they're trying to spread the play over to this side again. That's a good ball to Mansfield, and she gives it quickly to Howlett. So they are trying to stretch the play as much as they can. This is Murphy, but it goes back into the middle and it breaks down, and it's Downings with a chance to transition up the field. Huge crowd in the stand here beside us. I think it's mainly Warrenpoint around us, but a nice mixture of colours over to my left. And the Downings trying to build now, but I'm looking off camera and I'm seeing, as Emma says, number 12 is back there, Kiva Quinn, and number 13 is back there, Kiva Shannon. So they're like the 2+1 sitting in there. They're anticipating the ball in. In fact, there's 3 or 4 blue jerseys. They're not marking anyone, but they're sitting waiting for the attack to come.
Downings have got very wide, here's the problem, and now this is just the ball across the field here. They've got to cut that out.
And that's actually the number 17, Anya O'Connell, who's on the ball and gets it again now. Didn't realise she was on the field at the start. We didn't get any news of changes before the start, but Anya is obviously in there since the start. There hasn't been any substitutions, so that's Anya O'Connell, and slapping in there is giving away a free to the Downings. So yeah, Anya O'Connell, who'll be a sister of Avine, who was talking about before the game, and also a sister of Maeve and Cleana. So she is in there wearing 17. She's only 18 years old, and I'm not quite sure who she's in there in place of, but she is in for Downings. So they have a chance here with Lauren McBride. She's outside the D, but she has that wind advantage, and she looks like she fancies it. And she got a good connection. I think she has, all the way over the bar. Well, You've been to the Downings, I'm sure, and if you're up there, you know where the pitch is going into the town. I'm sure they're well used to playing with the wind or against the wind.
They're bound to be at this stage.
I think so.
It's an excellent score all the same.
It is, yeah, but every time they go up they seem to get a score, don't they?
Yeah, they're very, very threatening up there. I wouldn't be giving them much room on the ball now.
Yeah, they're clinical that way. The short kick out again, the press was on again, but Howlett did well and Warrenpoint have got out. And Howlett running in support here, but is she going to get there? Because O'Connell got a hand in to try and stop her, and another one. And this could be a turnover for Downings. That was great work by O'Connell and by Amy McLaughlin, and they have it. And the players over here as well, and immediately McGrady looks to play the ball into the full forward end, immediately looking for Doherty again, but this time Laura Taylor was out in front, and I think Laura Taylor's had a word from her management. She got out in front that time.
She didn't hold back there, so she didn't.
Because it was twice earlier that she didn't, but she got there that time. Now Enya Quinn has it. Warrenpoint doing quite well at this stage, and we're a quarter of the way into the game. On the scoreboard they're 4 points down, but they've a lot of the play. It doesn't feel like a 5-1 game.
No, definitely not. It seems a lot tighter than the scoreboard suggests, but again, look, Warrenpoint need to get these players up and breaking lines here in order to create some chances.
Yeah, it's easier said than done though. They're playing into the wind, and Downing's structure there makes it really difficult. They're going around the edges here, but here they come. But as you say, it's like that's one player trying to do it all on their own like this, and then she's going, where do I go? Yeah. And she gets blown for overcarrying. That just sums up the game for them.
Yeah, they're content to let the player on the ball go on ahead with the ball instead of that initial reaction to get someone up and get someone to help them. Even if they don't use them, it's always a second option. But by leaving one player on the ball to go on ahead, you're not given that second option, and they've no choice then initially, as you've just seen there, to overcarry the ball.
Whereas at the other end, when they go forward, as I say, they nearly always get a score or they get a shot on goal. They seem to get through easier. Yeah. Good kick-outs. Brilliant catch. And well taken, yeah. And the long ball is going to go over the line, though. The wind carried it. But they do prefer that direct approach, don't they? And I suppose that makes it harder for the defenders to get back. I think it was Kiva McLaughlin who kicked that. So yeah, when they let the ball do the work, the defenders struggle to get back. But at the other end, maybe Downings or Warrenpoint are a little bit slower moving it, and they let the defenders get back. This is the full forward, Kate Mansfield, but she hasn't played much in full forward. And the wind carried that, but turned into a good pass to Lily McCrory for Warrenpoint. And they're very industrious around this sort of area in the field, but then the tackle comes in, the referee gives advantage, and there comes a direct approach this time. They just bombed it in, but I don't think it's going to work, and it isn't. And has the referee brought it back, has he? No, I don't think so. He's having a word actually with one of the Downings players, and I think he actually ticked there for that challenge. It might have been from Maggie Doherty, and he is actually calling for it to be brought back. This gives me a quick chance to go to our messages on Facebook. Lots of people watching. Celine McIntyre, good luck Warrenpoint. Cleanna Quinn, come on. The Quinn twins up the point. Bridget Hunter, come on Dúnaibh. Margarita McConaughey is cheering for them as well. Clodagh Murphy, Aidan Farrell for Warrenpoint. Mary Boyce for Downings. Eileen Harley, good luck to the Downings. Thank you for all those messages. We'll keep an eye on those. But let's get back to the play now. The crossfield ball again, looking for Celine Murphy. They've tried that a few times, and Downings have just gone out to market, but they've kept very much their structure in there. Everybody seems to know where to be. Murphy again. This is better. They're going forward in packs, and that's a great score by the captain, Katie Howlett. And Emma, I think that's exactly what you were asking for them to do.
Katie Howlett has got through a mountain of work there. That's the definition of a leader. She's been up and down and up and down. She never stopped. She's been in defence, she's been in the forward line, and they seem to be looking to her quite a bit, and that's just what you need to lift your team there. That's very, very good play from her. And the support play, as you were saying, not just going forward on their own, she was there and available and took a good score. She's everywhere there, so she is, and when you can work as hard as she's working and end up with a score like that, that shows you what kind of a character she is in that panel. And into the wind as well. That's a super score. 5 points to 2. Much better from Warrenpoint. 19 minutes in. But now it is Shannon McGrady for the Downings. Out around that middle of the field area a lot, but she plays a lovely ball in there's space, and she's offering support as well. Not required just yet. Instead, Amy McLaughlin has it there and tries to get a kick away, and it's going to be a free in. And he's again showing the referee what he was giving that for, slapping in as well, and Warrenpoint have been guilty about that doing that quite a few times, and it's a free in, and again they're going to go up and they're going to get a score pretty handy here again, Emma. Yeah, she's not missing too many here today, so she's not. thought that one was a wee bit harsh. Thought they defended very, very well. Just maybe that wee late tackle, leaving the hand in.
But they did find room going through the middle, and they made it pay. Coming up to the 20-minute mark then, 6 points to 2. I thought she was going to get a sight of goal. We haven't had any sights of goal so far. Now that kick out is going to be intercepted, and it's Amy McLaughlin for the Downings, picking it up away over on the right hand side. Lauren McBride is there. She's faced up and gives it back to Amy McLaughlin. Amy will be forced to come back out the middle, and that's better tackling, not fouling that time, and forcing Downings to come all the way back out. And lots of players there. And I see number 20 there for Downings as well. I've just noticed her. That's Emer Traorty. She's in the play as well. Didn't hear about that one either. She's had a bad injury for a long time, but she's back now, and good to see her back. So good that they felt that she was able to start this game. She's the sister of Julie at number 8. They're still trying to get away through all the Warrenpoint players back there. 13 of them behind the ball and almost inside their own D area, and that kick has gone over to the right and it's gone wide. And I'm trying to work out now, Emma, have Downing's done enough so far? With the wind, they haven't attacked that much, and they only have a 4-point lead.
You'd want to be up a wee bit more, good in at half time just with that one, because it is quite strong down there. I thought Warrenpoint were very, very disciplined there in the tackling in that last passage of play.
That's brilliantly taken from the kick out, and there could be a goal chance here as she threw Denise Doherty. She's on her left foot. Oh, how did that not go in? I thought that she was going to just put that in the corner of the net. There was a tough challenge went in on her, and the referee is not giving anything for that. They are appealing. Let's have another look at it. Emma, what way did you see it? Great catch there and a great ball in. And the challenge coming in. Well, she got a nice hand in there, actually. No foul there.
She tackled the ball.
Yeah, it was Laura Taylor, the number 4, that she was sort of caught out of position but got back over, and that was a great, really important tackle. That could turn out to be crucial.
Yeah.
But when she hit it with her left, I thought she's done the right thing. That's got her roll into the corner. It was nearly harder to put it wide from that side where she was. But that was the first goal chance. I was about to say we haven't had any goal chances, and that was the first after 21 minutes. McGrawdy's gone over to take this one. She's looking to take it short. And gets it short. 8 minutes to half time. Again, let's see if the tackling is disciplined. Well, they've got advantage, and that's dangerous if it gets a flick. Oh, it goes wide. How did that not go in? Again, I was just expecting it to hit the net, Emma.
Yeah, that big hand got up there. You just expected it to end up in the back of the net. Again, good defending there by the full back. She was right on her tail there, so she was, and she went up for every inch that full forward went up. She went up with her.
Yeah, I think the full forward got a hand and the defender got a hand, and that was crucial.
Yeah, that's why this is it 40.
2 in a row,
45,
yeah. Oh, they brought it back for a free.
Yeah.
Well, he's been very consistent in that, hasn't he? He's brought a lot back. He did one a minute ago up the other end. He's brought a lot back, so there must have been a foul there and they let it go. But he's brought it back, so they have another chance here for a score. She's put it really high, Lauren, but really to the right as well. And another missed opportunity, and it's beginning to feel like Warrenpoint are maybe not in too bad a position. They were like 4 points down a few minutes ago, 5-1. It's 6-2 now, 7 minutes to half time. But with that win, maybe it's not that bad for them.
No, definitely not. I suppose Downings are probably going to have to change their game plan here now in the second half with that wind. So with the wind, obviously the long ball is an option and it's working, but to try and kick that long ball in against the wind down here in the second half, it's not really going to work for them 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't imagine. So maybe a slight change of game plan.
But then again, either of those goal chances go in and we have a different game. And Downings, talking about the weather in Donegal up in that part of the world, to be well used to playing into the wind.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and again, Katie Howlett just won that kick out there as well. And unfortunately, it's just the pass went wayward there on her.
Amy McLaughlin now for Downings. As they try to build, gives it to Traorty, and they move it on nicely through the hands, but they're making Warrenpoint move over to that left hand side. This is brilliant play all the way up the field, but have they got the finish? Doherty again, and this time the challenge comes in from Roisin Kelly, and the Warrenpoint defence, well, they've withstood 3 attempts on their goal in the last 5 minutes. Brilliant defending. 6 points to 2, no goals, but blimey, they could have had one there easily. This is Anna O'Neill for Warrenpoint. What can they do at the other end? They are coming up towards half-time. 5 or 6 minutes to go to half-time. And can they get another score here? That's Elmore. And the referee has given a free. That's a good counter-attack.
Very good. I think they're very, very lucky that ended up in a free, because we have no players in support here.
This is the one at the other end, just watching again. And, you know, maybe they're wary of Denise Doherty. She got 2 goals in the semi-final, and she's had a few glimpses of goal, but they've defended really well on those 1-to-1s. Sorry, you were making a point there, a different point.
Warrenpoint were attacking there. They only had the 2 players on the other side of the 45, so luckily for them it ended up in the free kick, because if it hadn't have, she had nowhere to go with the ball, so she hadn't. So they've got to start breaking forward here and crossing that 45 in support of the player on the ball.
25 minutes exactly gone now, and I think it was a square ball decision there, and Downing's now with Traorty, who's been involved quite a lot the last 5 or 6 minutes. The referee gives a free to Downings again. They take it quickly, and they do like to take it quickly and do like to move it quickly when they can. Nice and direct. Need to support play as well, and it's been good as well, but this time she doesn't use it. Goes right through the middle herself. That's fabulous play by Julie Traorty, and what a ball into Doherty. Surely this time at last. No, it comes off the post. They are denied yet again. That's 4 times he could have had a goal in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and that one of the clearest opportunities. Brilliant move all the way up the field, but the finish not just there. We'll have a look at it again in a minute, but Warrenpoint are transitioning up the field trying to counter. This is turning into a really interesting game, but have Downing's got it back? Well, no, it's a free to Warrenpoint. But what an opportunity there. Denise Doherty.
I think this is just a prime example of when you don't need the bounce.
Oh yes, you'd have just taken that first time.
The shot would have been away straight away.
Yeah. Well, it's a missed opportunity. It goes down as that for Downings. But here now is Anna Craven for Warrenpoint, and she's forced over to the left. She's got advantage. The referee might bring this back, and just as it goes to Kiva Shannon, he does bring it back for a free for them. And Warrenpoint, they're defending admirably, Emma. The way they've kept those goals out has been quite amazing, but they had a lot of luck there from the post as well.
Yeah, work rate's been good there, but just that goal chance, I think she'll rue that now. She's going to have to work extremely hard and try and get that out of her head.
Yeah, exactly. It stays in your head. She had the one with the left foot who went wide as well. And her whole team might be thinking that way. We could have done with a goal there, and this could be a point at the other end. And it is, and it's Anna Craven who was on the spot, and they're just 3 points behind now, and this is turning into what looks like quite a good position for Warrenpoint after all. Coming up to half time. Now let's see where this kick out goes from Shevlin. Easy short one again, not too much of a press, and the keeper is going to turn into a sweeper keeper, but she's into trouble, is she? No, she's not. She's done well, but needs a bit of help. Gets a bit of help. And I'm trying to read that jersey number from here. I think it's 8. I think that's Julie Traorty. But look at the press now from Warrenpoint. And they're forcing her to hold up and go sideways, which she has now done. And this is Jessica Roberts. But they do like to move it through the middle, and they've good runners in the ball, but again, stout defending from Warrenpoint, but Anna O'Neill has given away the free. She's not too happy with it. This is Sinead McBride spreading the play over to the far side from us. They're looking for the direct ball in again, and again it goes in, and there could be a chance here because McGrawdy's in there, and the referee says she fouls.
That's a great battle in there between the full back and the full forward.
I don't know if we'll see a push here, but the referee says that he saw a push. Maybe she started from behind, but they still have the ball now, and that one again has been thwarted by the Warrenpoint defence. Again, every time it looks like Downings are going to get through, Warrenpoint come up with the answers to stop them and to counter and to get, oh no, they're not going to get a free. He's given it the other way. And it's a free for Downings. I think he's saying that she was holding the jersey of the player who was trying to tackle her. I think Mary T. Boyce involved, but they've given it away. I think both teams are struggling with the conditions out there. The wind at times is carrying the ball, and it's not going where it's intended. But Warrenpoint, I think, are growing in confidence. And Kiva Shannon now is driving through the middle, all on her own, but there's no stopping her. This is fabulous play by her, and she slips it to Anna Craven, who got the last score. Can she get on her right foot? She can. That's brilliant. Best score of the game for Warrenpoint. Coming up to half time, and they have closed the gap, and finally they have worked through, and they're getting the measure of this game. That was brilliant.
Yeah, no, that's excellent play from Warrenpoint. The only one thing I did notice there, number 14, she was walking back and watching. If that had been turned, or she had needed to turn to her left, she was always going to be the option on the left, but she wasn't giving the player on the ball that option. So just like to see a few more players pushing forward there on that attack.
Over carrying, Warrenpoint have got it back again. And you have to admire their work rate that we were talking about as well. And they seem like a really motivated, driven team today. And I'm sure they're carrying Aisling McGivern with them today. She's very much in their minds, and they are really applying themselves to this task and playing with great tenacity and determination. Even when they were 4 points down, playing into the wind, they're showing great character here. And this is Howlett, who has led the charge, but the wind has maybe carried that. It's gone to the right and it's gone wide. But we're now in added time, and it's 6 points to 4 for Downings in this AIB Ulster Junior Championship final. The winners to go through to the All-Ireland semi-finals to play the Kildare and Leinster champions Kilcock, and they'll have home advantage. Imagine the Downings getting home advantage and bringing Kilcock all the way up to there. Or will it be Warrenpoint bringing them up to their grounds? We will find out after one more half of play, but the first half of the game has been very interesting, very exciting. And I just had a wave there from Maxie Curran, the former Donegal manager, who also has been in charge of Moneyglass, and that's his brother Brian Curran, who is managing the Downings. He'll have a lot to say at half time, and Maxie's just left to go down. Maybe he's going to try and have a word with him and give him a bit of advice as well. What would you say at half time, or how would you sum things up, Emma Hegarty?
I think it's been a very entertaining game there. It's came to life in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but it's very interesting to see there Warrenpoint are almost running into the changing rooms there. They've got a wee bit of zip on their back, and they're just seem really, really up for this game now, and it took them a wee while to settle there, so it did, but it's an interesting game now. They kind of scrapped the whole everybody back in defensive, and they kept those players up forward. I think if Warrenpoint can come out with the same grit and same bite that they had there in the last 5 or 10 minutes of that game, this is going to be a very, very interesting game in the second half.
Yeah, but grit and determination is one thing, but Downings had 4 goal chances, and any one of those goes in and we're looking at possibly a different game, but they didn't take them. They didn't get them, as we see here from some of the chances that they had. They didn't take them. I think this is the one that hit the post, as you say, no need to bounce it, just shoot, but they didn't take their chances and they might rue them, but it just sets the second half up brilliantly, doesn't it?
Yeah, some days you just don't get the rub of the green, and they haven't had in the first half, but I've no doubt that there is a big goal coming from Downings in this game. I really do think there will be. Yeah, I think they'll work something. They're very, very direct when they go forward. Once they cross that 45-metre line, they're very, very direct. Totally depends on how Warrenpoint set up here at the back as well. If they do what they've done in the last few minutes and push out and get those tackles on early on, well then they're going to make it very difficult for them. But I think a high ball in could catch some of them out here.
On Facebook, Clodagh Murphy says, come on Katie, keep her lit. I think that means Katie Howlett. Monica McGivern, good luck the Blues. Una Sweeney is watching in Fanad, come on the Downings. Monica McGivern, well done Anna. And who else? Lots of people joining. And Rhonda Boyd says, big second half coming up. Come on, Warrenpoint. Okay, we'll break there and be back in about 5 or 6 minutes time with that second half. Welcome back to Kildress and County Tyrone for the second half. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Edel says, come on the Downings, you've got this. Patsy Russell says, great defensive play from Warrenpoint in the first half. Mary Ferry says, keep it going Downings, you've got this. Carol Howlett, come on Warrenpoint, you can do it. And the score is 6 points to 4 for Downings, but it is intriguingly balanced because Warrenpoint will have the wind advantage in the second half. I'm just checking your messages on YouTube. There's none on there. I haven't seen anyone on there. Lots of people watching, but no messages. But plenty on Facebook. Feel free to keep them coming as we go through the second half. And it is Warrenpoint in the blue. Coming out now onto the pitch for the second half. And Emma Hegarty is with me. And Emma, you spotted that they were wearing black armbands. And those armbands are in tribute to Ashley McGivern from their club, who passed away just in the last week and was a big blow to that club. But I've no doubt from the way they played in the first half that she is very much in their thoughts today, Emma.
Yeah, I just spotted it when they were coming out just before the warm-up there. They had black armbands on them, and it's not easy losing anybody in your club, but I've no doubt she'll be with them today and spurring them on here in the second half.
Now for the second half, I'm just looking at the players out there, and we have the 2 8s and 2 9s out around the middle. The first half, Shannon McGrady was out there, but she's come back into full forwards. Let's see if there's any other changes as the umpires go down to their positions. There were a few players warming up at half-time that you spotted as well, Emma, but that was it Downings players? I think
it was the Downings players, but I can't really see any changes. I see them back maybe in this dugout over here.
Yeah, we'll pick it up as we go on, but they definitely had 2 changes before the game because number 20, Emer Traerty, did start, and so did 17, Anya O'Connell. So, second half in Kildress, 2024 AIB Ulster Junior Championship final, as the referee, David Hurston, throws it up and immediately blows his whistle again, and it's a free for Downings. He is penalised Anna Craven, and she's looking to him to say, what did I do wrong? And he's explaining, and now the ball played into Shannon McGrady, and she comes out brilliantly, and that's maybe why she stayed in there, trying to get onto that right foot, because round 2 challenges and is still going. Forced to come back out, and that's a little bit loose, but they might still have possession here. They do, if they can get their shot away, and they do. Doesn't get a good connection though, and Warrenpoint defending as they did in the first half. And it's a 2-point lead, but it is a fragile lead considering the wind. It might be a 3 or 4 point wind advantage, but you've got to be able to take those scores as well. And that's not a free, says the referee. Play on. So Emma Russell does play on for Warrenpoint. Now Katie Howlett. Her midfield partner Anna Craven, and off she goes. That's great work by her. Can they get inside for a score though? She's running into trouble. She needs support, and the support comes from Anya Quinn. Nobody better when it comes to scoring. She puts it up in the air, and it's gone just to the right, and it's gone wide, but I think the referee has brought it back for a free. He has indeed. And Anya scored 6 points against Athnamullen in the semi-final, 5 points in the quarter-final against Lavjarag, and 8 points in the down final. She's only 19. She was player of the match in that game, and she could be a key player in this second half, and she is going to take this free now for them, and that will bring it back to a 1 point game. And Downings are going to need to be very careful with their tackling in the second half, because that advantage is there of the wind, and if Enya has her shooting boots on, she could make them pay. Taking a good look at it, looks like a rugby player almost the way she's kicking it, and puts it just to the left and puts it wide, and she puts her hands on her head, but it's early days.
Yeah, she's disappointed in that, but if I had a player like Enya there, I'd be happy enough, because she's very lively, always looking for the ball off you, and she doesn't stop running inside there, so she's always given options. I would love to be playing with a player like that. Yeah,
that's an interesting description of the way she's played. So it's not just a freeze, it's her general play. This is Michelle Wilkin under pressure and penalised as well, and they take it quickly and they get it to Quinn, the player you were talking about, and off she goes, and that's a great effort, but it's going to go to the right, and it is going to be brought back again for a free. The referee's been very consistent. He's done that numerous times in this game, and he's going to penalise Michelle Wilkin as well, the number 7 for Downings, who was penalised a second ago, and maybe it's relating to that, or maybe it was something from the second effort, I'm not quite sure. but he has seen something there, and it's going to come back to Anya Quinn. Well, she's had a go in the second half from a free and one from play as well. Neither have landed, but she's going to have to use that wind as much as she can. Yvonne Duffy Brady there is the lines person with her, and she'll have a big interest tomorrow, of course, with Mullahoran playing. Her daughter is in the squad in the intermediate final. We'll be streaming that one as well. So the kick goes in. Well, she gets the direction, but not the distance this time, but it's still some danger and over carrying, though the referee has given a free out, and that's good defending by Downings. They bottled that one up nicely, and it's Jessica Roberts now, and they're going to have to play this through the hands, Downings, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're working their way through. I did say they'd be used to this playing up at their pitch up in Donegal, and this is impressive from them. Amy McLaughlin now, and this is Trearty, the substitute, or the girl who was named in the subs. That's Emer Trearty, but a free against him, and it's going to be a free for Warrenpoint, which they might want to take quickly, but they've nobody up ahead of that to give it to, really, so they're just going to give it sideways here, I would imagine, and indeed they give it to Anna O'Neill, now over the 45. They get it to Enya Quinn, she's the shooter. Anna O'Neill involved again, but it breaks down again, and that happens so many times in the first half. So we've had 2 or 3 minutes of attacking from Warrenpoint, but no scores, and now come the Downings. They come out over midfield. That's brilliant work by Kiva McLaughlin, driving through several tackles and out. Oh, what a brilliant ball over the top. There could be a goal here for Doherty. She finishes it through the net. How many times in the first half did that not work? But this half it works. It was all about the midfielder McLaughlin for me. What a run through the middle. She put it over the top. Defence was caught out, and Doherty was in there. She didn't miss this time. What a finish. 2 goals in the semi-final, and a key goal maybe today. Great goal, Emma.
Yeah, no, look, I said at half time I felt like the Downings were going to get a ball, and it was going to be a high ball in over the top. It was going to catch Warrenpoint out, and that's exactly what's happened there. They're very direct when they get through that middle third, and the ball's going straight into that full forward line. So Warrenpoint maybe need to go back to the tactics they had in the first half and start filtering a few more players back.
Yeah, you absolutely did call that, but what surprised me was that the ball went over the top. You'd expect that in the first half, you know, you could judge it with the wind, but the ball still carried, so it was a pinpoint pass, wasn't it? It
was an excellent pass, so it was, and I think the momentum and the speed that she was running at maybe carried the ball slightly there for her, but it was an excellent pass, an excellent pick out, and an even better finish, so it was. And you know, I think, according to my notes, Kiva is only 16. The girl who made that break and that pass. I wouldn't like to be running after her anyway. No. Well, they're going to have to run after Warrenpoint now, because that's great work by them, but they're running into trouble, and the kick has gone to the right and wide again, and the pattern in the second half for Warrenpoint has not been good. They've gone from 2 down to 5 down. They've had 3-4 chances, and they haven't hit the target yet from frees or from play, and that really should have went to the far post, shouldn't it? Yeah, you definitely need to be aiming for the far post there on that one, so you do. She's disappointed again there, but it's all about, for me, it's all about the next ball. I always teach that to any of the girls that I'm coaching. It's all about the next ball. If you make a mistake, there's no point dwelling on it. It's not going to get you anywhere, so focus on that next ball and see what happens. The referee's going to talk to. Is there a substitution? No, he's going to change the football. Yeah, you made that point in the first half as well. There was somebody, was it Doherty, who'd missed a chance or two, and get it out of your head, and she did. She got that goal. Yeah, you got to get it out of your system. If you keep dwelling on the things that you do wrong, you're only going to remain in a negative mindset. So you've got to be positive. You've got to push forward and think about what you can do better to make that a wee bit better for yourself and the rest of the team around you. You sound like you've learned that from experience as well in your own career, or from some managers you've had. So I have some great managers now in the last couple of years, so I have. Yeah, and a lot of it is about the mind, maybe more as you get older, you realise that. Yeah, you have no choice, only to try and be strong-minded. And you can see at the minute Warrenpoint are struggling with this, aren't they? They're getting a lot of possession, but there's a crossfield ball, and oh, hold on, they might do something about it now. Anna O'Neill is up there, but that's a great interception by Julie Trearty back there for Downings, and it just feels like they know what they're doing out there at the minute, and Warrenpoint don't have the answers. He called that really, really well. That's one of my pet peeves there in ladies Gaelic football, when the forward on the ball pulls the arm in and he spotted it, and he's called it as a free inside. Downings aren't happy there about it, but it's definitely a free into Warrenpoint. Okay, credit to the referee from Emma Haggerty there, and it is a free in, and he's explaining exactly what happened. So it's intriguing at the minute, because Warrenpoint, they're knocking on that door, they're not getting the scores, but they're pushing, and Downings are defending desperately. But they have that goal. I think that's been so crucial for them. It's given them
You know, they had a bit of space there, but now they have a good 5-point lead there. But will it be enough? Kiva Quinn coming forwards. And another slap in, and again, we're talking consistency here. You have to say that from the referee. How many times has he given advantage and then brought it back, and he's done it again? So a free, but fair distance out for Enya. So she looks for Katie Howlett. But a little boot in there from the Downings defender. They still get a chance, but they're trying to work it through a very congested area. They've been forced out to the edges. So many Downings players are back there. 13 of them there, and they're all in a bunch. And they're forcing Warrenpoint to go round and round. And then a kick in to the right and wide. Defence wins out.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to note as well, Downings are a lot physically stronger than Warrenpoint, so that Warrenpoint are nearly fearful of going into that tackle with the stronger player. They're not putting anybody in and trying to put a high ball in. It's just trying to work the ball, and unfortunately they're not getting the distance on the shot then.
They definitely aren't. They're having problems there. And now it's Downings coming over halfway again, and they boot the ball forward, but it's the referee. How many times have I said today he's brought the ball back?
It's not very free flowing anyway, put it like that. As a player, it's very, very frustrating when it's constantly stop-start.
It's a wee bit frustrating to commentate on as well, because every time I think someone gets going, it gets pulled back. But as I say, he's been consistent, and that was made clear in the first couple of minutes. And sometimes when you're playing, you've got to realise that, haven't you? This is the way it's going to be played.
Yeah.
But it has stopped the game a little bit, the momentum out of it, and that doesn't suit Warrenpoint, I feel. Now, let's see what's happening as Downings go forward. I'm checking messages as well at the same time. But that was it Doherty? Or is she closer to goal? She usually is, but they come forward again. The referee with his hand up again, and yeah, free in for Downings. And the goal has been celebrated, shall we say, on Facebook. Philip Losa, come on, the Downings, you got this. Mary Ferry was impressed, and Sarah McGrody, and Suzanne McTigg. Well done, Denise. Come on, the Downings. Liz Power, come on, the Mighty Blues, and now the Mighty Blues have won the ball back. And the referee again has, sorry, I looked down there, Emma, what happened there?
I honestly don't know what he's calling that for. I think he's trying to say that she passed the ball to herself, but the ball was actually touched by a Downings player, which was trying to pass it.
I don't like criticising referees, but I also don't like talking about them a lot. But I've ended up having to talk about this referee a lot of the decisions, because I don't know what they are sometimes. And there were summers you were saying it was a great decision, but there's a lot of decisions, and we'd just prefer to see the game go, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I'd like to see a free-flowing football, especially the last 5 or 10 minutes that we've seen in the first half. It was very free-flowing and it was very, very entertaining. This stop-start is causing frustration on both sides.
Anna O'Neill now. As Warrenpoint try to get going, she feeds it into Kiva Shannon. The captain is there, not needed just now, and it's a great run by Shannon, who keeps going, feeds it in now, but that's just too congested in there, and Downings are going to gobble that one up all day long. And this is Emer Traerty available as always. Jessica Roberts, and they see they're not giving the ball away, they're just holding it to make absolutely sure. Traerty again gives it to Maggie Doherty, right in front of us under the stand here, but she's overcarried, and to be fair, that's a good decision.
Excellent tackling there again by none other than Katie Howlett, and you can see just the adrenaline pumping through her there. She's shouting at her teammates to come on, real positive vibes, and she's just pushing everybody on there. But that was an excellent bit of disciplined tackling there.
And the referee is ticking Maggie Doherty, or maybe he's making an order, because Maggie's a chef, you know. He might be putting his order in for later on. My first course, he's writing a lot anyway. Maybe he's going on to his second course. Medium rare, please. Oh, it's a yellow card.
My goodness.
Was something said there? That's the only thing I can think of, because we didn't see much there. She was done for overcarrying, fine. And did she maybe prevent the ball from being released or kick it away or something? I didn't see anything really untoward, but that's a yellow card for Downings. But boy, does it make it interesting. And immediately I've seen Shannon McGrody now for Downings move into the full back area, and they've 3 or 4 players in there
And Downings, you feel now, are going to have a rear guard action. It does make it even more interesting. Warrenpoint are going to have to really force it, but they've had the wind advantage for 13 minutes and they haven't scored yet. They've had that good defence in the first half, but they haven't scored in the second half, and now things could be levelled up a bit here now, because Emma Russell, she is a rock solid player there, but she ran into a rock solid Michelle Wilkin. No, I think it's just going to be a tick, and there's going to be treatment required as well, but definitely Downings are going to be fighting a rear guard action in the remaining part of this game, you feel. But I just don't know, Emma, if Warrenpoint have the ability or the know-how to work scores here.
Yeah, they just look slightly more inexperienced whenever they get up inside.
This is the goal again, and this is the opposite, but sure, they had all the room there, and it was a great ball over the top and a lovely finish as well from Denise. But that's been the only score in the second half. There's been no points by either team in this second half, which you sometimes can get at junior. But as I say, the problem for Warrenpoint is, how do they work scores here? How do they get scores? There's no point going through the middle anymore. It's just so congested in there.
Yeah, they've got to run in 2s and 3s now and start taking them on inside. They've never once tried to put a ball inside, and I think personally it's because of the physicality and the battle, and they don't want to go into that. They're nearly fearful to go into that, so they're just trying to work the ball, and then their shots just aren't getting the distance for them.
And Emma, you mentioned the 2s and 3s. Can you explain that to people? If people don't know what that means, are you talking about 2 and 3 people going together and supporting each other, a close knit, or what?
Yeah, I'd be a big firm believer of running in 2s and 3s and always having that support play, especially if you're playing that defensive system. You've got to be fit to, if you're 10, 11 or 12 and you come back into that defensive system, you've got to get forward. You're no good to your team if you remain in that defensive system and don't pick up anybody. You've got to break in numbers, and it'll cause problems for the defence that are maybe standing still waiting you to come in there.
But when 2 or 3 go forward, you have to weave it together, the famous 3-man weave.
Yeah, 3-man weaves. It's a lot of teams would do it in their warm-ups and things. I've seen Warrenpoint do it in their warm-up, and they're not doing it in the game. So they've got to start changing things up a wee bit slightly here.
O'Connell is fouled there, I think, and it's going to be a free to them. Live streaming is great, says Martina McCafferty. She's watching from the car. And Jane Bradley is watching from Spain, saying, come on the point. So yeah, live streaming is great. That's why we love doing it, and it's great to be able to make it available. Clodagh Murphy loved that tackle by Katie Howlett, and lots of messages coming in on the live stream supporting both teams. It's all getting very tense though, isn't it? It's getting very, very tight and very interesting, but Warrenpoint are going to have to start getting scores from somewhere. But it's Downings on the attack at the minute. Michelle Wilkin doing really well for them and getting forward, but now they switch the point of attack and it comes out to McGrady. 14 players, remember, for Downings at the minute, and she will use all her experience. Hard to believe, Emma, but 10 years ago she won the All-Ireland Senior Club with Termon, and she's still playing. They beat Mourne Abbey down in Tuam with Geraldine McLaughlin, of course, but she played then, and now she's with her club here on the brink of an Ulster junior title, and then she'll go forward to the All-Ireland series if they win, of course. And in that, the winners today will play Kilcock from Kildare, and they'll have home advantage as well. That's a big carrot. Katie Howlett now for Warrenpoint. The referee putting his hand up over his eyes because the sun is strong. So the sun is in the eyes of the Downings defence and the goalkeeper. And Warrenpoint also have the wind advantage. Can they make it tell though? They're going through the middle, all congested again. Emma Russell is again involved there, and that's another heavy collision, and the referee's given that as a free in. It was the same player, Russell, Emma, who was involved in the one out here a couple of minutes ago as well. She was described to me as being rock solid, and she is a rock going forward. She's a strong player. Yeah, she hasn't pulled out too many tackles today. Now she's going forward here. She doesn't stop. It's taken a lot to get her stopped. And as I say, that physicality, she's one of those players that isn't pulling out of that tackle, so she's not. And she's just she bounced back up, and they've put her back down again here. And tough defending as well, whoever that is from Downings as well, who took
McGrody,
that challenge.
Is it
McGrody?
I think so.
Yeah, so it was a tough one. But yeah, the referee, I never know sometimes really what way it's going to go, but he's given it as a free in. So at least this for Warrenpoint should be a score, which will be their first of the second half, and boy, do they need it.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I suppose that one's always very hard to call. I know as a forward it can be frustrating if you're going and the defender comes out and steps into you. Then sometimes you feel hard done by if the free goes against you. But I think I know Ollie McKenna came up and had a chat with us one day at county training, and he says if you turn your shoulder, then that's when you're deemed to be the foul go the other way.
When the defender does that?
When the forward turns the shoulder. So the forward's attacking the defender, if the forward turns the shoulder.
The forward, let's watch this first before we continue that. It should be a point. And boy, do they need it. You just pop it over the bar, and they do, and they get their first score of the second half, the first point of the second half. Yeah, I'm told by referees that the forward has to be seen to be making an effort to avoid the challenge.
Yeah, trying
and
to
sometimes
avoid.
They have to be making enough of an effort to avoid the challenge, so it's a tricky one. But it's interesting to hear it from a defender's point of view. Sometimes the forward, you're saying, turns the shoulder into the defender.
And then that's where it gets difficult.
Here's a break now for Downings. They have got past the press, and this is Sinead McBride. They put it in quickly. They put it in to, it's Doherty again, of course it is. She's always in there. She got a goal the last time, but not this time. Too many defenders back there this time for Warrenpoint. Now there's a lot of Downings players have gone forward. Can Warrenpoint find a way? That's a great ball. I thought it was going over the line, but it's a great ball to Kiva Shannon. Kick pass carried, but beautifully taken. And now it's Anna Craven. Can they get their first score from play and get a bit of momentum going? No, it's gone to the right. And it's gone wide, and she just snatched at that a little bit. And that was a big opportunity, you feel, Emma. Early enough, still 11 minutes to go, but a big opportunity.
Yeah, or a wee bit more bite there from Warrenpoint, and that fast moving ball, moving it forward, moving it quick. It seems to work. Just we corner forward just need to settle herself a wee bit more there before she took that shot on.
She's only 15. I want to be hard on her.
She's out very, very quickly for the ball, you can tell. But just a wee bit of an experience, maybe of slowing down before she took that shot on.
Referee's whistle goes again, and has he asked for it to go back to the goalkeeper? I'm not quite sure, but again we're looking at a bit of a hold up, and the crowd are talking a lot, and the players are figuring it out as well, but it's a free, so don't know what that was. Must have been a foul there somewhere, but it's Downing's now able to come out with it and rather dramatically goes to grounds and gets for free. And it's Shannon McGrady again, having a big impact on this game. Oh, she's giving it away, and there's a chance here for Warrenpoint if they can get through. Shannon is there. They get it to Shannon. She puts it in the top of the net. What a goal. What a brilliant goal. And the supporters go crazy. Warrenpoint have got a goal in the last 10 minutes of the game, and it was Kiva Shannon, the 22-year-old corner forward. But you feel that this team has been carried forward by Ashley McGivern. They have 16 players out there. They are playing with great heart, great determination. There's only a point in it. They are making a superb game of this now. What a dramatic, brilliant goal, but what a ball over the top. It's gone to Lauren McBride at the other end. Can Downings get a score? They've only had one score in the half. It was a goal. But can they get another one? You now feel as if they're going to need it. But a great hand in by Laura Taylor. And Howlett always available, but it's been won back, I think, by O'Connell, is it? And she has won her free as well. And the ball is turned over 2 or 3 times in there. Both teams just going hell for leather at this. But what a goal, Emma.
Yeah, Kiva Shannon has been very, very lively in there. She's just been holding a wee bit more wide. I would like to have seen her going direct, and that one time she went direct there was no stopping her. She's an excellent footballer there from what I've seen in the last 50 minutes. I'd like to see her on the ball a wee bit more just.
And it was a perfect ball to her. I was thinking they've given the ball too late, or they're not going to give it accurately, but it was a perfect slip past her.
Yeah, timing was brilliant there, so it was. That's high.
That's Wilkin, and I think she was ticked earlier on. Yeah, the referee is getting his pen out. I didn't think he was, but now he is, but he's already spoken to her once, if you remember. But that's all it is. You're allowed 2 ticks, aren't you, Emma?
2, yeah, the third you go, yeah.
And the challenge was on Enya Quinn, who is still down. And you're hearing a lot of supporters because, well, it was right beside them, underneath them, and they saw exactly what happened. And the referee now talking to Yvonne Duffy Brady, the linesperson, who, as I said earlier, her daughter will be playing tomorrow for Mullahoran, and the intermediate final. Will be live streaming that from Oma, as well as the senior final. And Enya is still down. There's a few irate Warrenpoint there, people there. We're nearly 23 minutes into it. 1 goal and a point in the last few minutes. And here is the goal again. Emma, it was this pass here, perfect, and then top corner. What are your thoughts on player of the match? Emma. It's hard to tell so far because we don't know just yet, but we're a wee bit early, I guess. It's early to call it, but we'll think about that in the next 5 or 6 minutes, and if anybody watching wants to give us a suggestion as well, you can. I suppose you're looking at certainly Katie Howlett out there, but it might depend on who wins it, and the players you have, like Anya Quinn, Kiva Shannon as well, and then for Downings, I mean, Shannon McGrody has put in quite an effort, but they've had a few stars around the field, the likes of Julie Treardy, and in defence as well in both teams, and Denise Doherty, of course, with a goal. Number 4 from Warrenpoint, Laura Taylor for me. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Katie Howlett's been exceptional here. She's been the real heartbeat of Warrenpoint team. Kiva, as we just alluded to there as well. Shannon McGrody has gone through a mountain of work here.
That's brilliant, actually. They've got out here, and look at this strong running by Downings. They have got out, they need a score. Okay, they're a point up. You feel like they need another one, but Warrenpoint might have it back. Nope, free in. I think it was Maggie Doherty who was up there. Well, both teams deserve medals after this game, because what a run they have had. They've had fantastic journeys, but they don't want at the end now, and they've served up a terrific, rousing game here. I absolutely love to see these kind of games at junior level, because you can have tactics, but it just comes down sometimes to heart and determination. And there's a little bit of dismay on the sideline, and there's people in the crowd looking round at me as if to say, we don't know what that decision was for. And again, it's just broken up the game, Emma, hasn't it?
Yeah, there was a real free-flowing football there, very exciting end to end, and now these frees being stopped constantly. I'm not sure what that one was for at all.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. You can have frees all right, but sometimes we're left not sure what way it went or why it went. Warrenpoint looking to capitalise again, looking for an equaliser. That might carry all the way over the bar. No, it doesn't. It goes to the right and it goes wide. It goes wide. I thought she was going to swing that over the bar, but she hasn't. 5 minutes to go of normal time. Loads of comments coming in on the Facebook. Big audience up there now as well. They must have heard about this great game. Now, where's this kick out going? It's crucial. She goes short. Confident from Cora Bradley. No, it's Cara. Sorry, it is Cara. And they do get out. That's good play. Actually, no, it was the other goalkeeper. It was Charlie Shevlin. Sorry, Charlie. Well played by her. But has it been turned over for Warrenpoint? No, it hasn't. Now the referee has given a free to Warrenpoint. They have a free. Downings moving back, and Shannon McGrody is moving into the full-back position. She is in the most defensive position of any of her teammates. She's taken up a position practically on the edge of the square. Number 2 for Warrenpoint is up there, Anna O'Neill. She's playing in the forwards. What a battle this is. It's like the rugby last night. I'm probably going to hop this one. Anya Quinn involved. And who are they going to put in there? Maybe Katie Howland for the hot ball. And O'Connell is in there for Downings. No, they're bringing in Anna Craven. Again, a little bit of a hold-up, but off we go again now, and Craven bats it down. And it is well won in there. I think it was the number 12, Kiva Quinn, who did brilliantly. The twin of Anya. Katie Howlett now feeds it back out. Now Warrenpoint. 1 point down. Can the point get a point? It's Kiva Shannon. She got the goal. They're walking into traffic. They need to try another way. Anya Quinn gives it back out to Katie Howlett. Who fancies it? They've got the wind behind them, but can they get it on target? Katie Mansfield is there. Can Kate get it? No. It's Craven. Angle is bad. They forced to come back out again. Mansfield gets it back out to Howlett. The Downings defending for all they are worth. 14 players on the field, but it's moved from side to side. Who's going to take responsibility? Shannon gives it out. Shannon gets it back. Somebody needs to take a shot here. We're down to the last 3 minutes. A point down, but that's a great ball to Mansfield. The 17-year-old gives it inside to Emma Russell. The kick comes in, and Russell gets it over the bar. They have equalised. The Warrenpoint have got their point. It's 1-6 to 1-6. Brilliant patience, and they got it to one of the stars, one of their rock solid players on their team, Emma Russell, and she has got the leveler. What a score, and what a player to get it, Emma.
Yeah, excellent score. We talked in the first half about patience is key. They were very, very patient there. Worked the ball until the shot was on. It was a very, very good score.
And this is brilliant play as well. It's Lauren McBride for Downing. She won it from the kick out. She's given a brilliant run up and down this side, and she's given it into the full forward area. That's a brilliant ball in. What ground she made up, and she gets it back, Lauren McBride. Intelligent play from her, but Warrenpoint have won it back for them. They now have the advantage. They are the favourites now to win this, but they need to get a score, and they haven't come easy. They've scored 1-2 in the second half to a goal. So there's only been 4 scores in the entire half.
Just interesting to see there's absolutely nobody at the other side of the 45 for Warrenpoint. There's no option to kick it in. She has no choice only to go alone.
Yeah, they've worked so hard. I'm looking off camera, and there's about 6 players from Warrenpoint way back in their defence. They're wrecked. They said, we worked hard to get back. We can't get up the field again. But have they got enough? It's Emma Russell again. She loses possession though, and it's broken, and that's a foul on Traerty by Lucy Elmore. Dara mentioned the words extra and time. Emma, have you anywhere to be?
Have
you more coaching to do?
Not just yet, no. Trials are over.
We could be heading that way. Last minute of normal time, and then we will have added time. There'll be maybe extra time too. Is there a score? Downings have possession. Good work by Julie Traerty this time. Oh, they're in trouble now. McGrawdy has it. She runs into the captain Howlett, but she does brilliantly. That's brilliant, strong play. And she's going to get her free as well. Well, she has certainly put in an incredible shift today for Downings. But who has got the energy now? Who has got the guile? Who is able to fashion a score? Is there another score in this game? Downings have only scored once in the second half. There's a great ball in, is it? No, it's not, because it drops into the goalkeeper's arms. Warrenpoint have it again if they can get up the field. All the way back there is Kiva Shannon. Players are just turning up all over the place, Emma. You know, likes of Kiva Shannon, or she's in defence. Oh, they've worked it now to Lily McCrory. Now, can Warrenpoint keep their nerve? Can they keep possession? No. I'm saying nothing, Emma. I'm saying nothing. Everyone around me is saying plenty, and the dugouts are saying plenty. But the decision has gone to Downings. They'll be happy. McGrawdy takes it. Uses her experience, but is nearly caught out there under pressure from Mansfield.
Brendan Rice was over there trying to get your attention there, Jerome. He's not sure what that was for. He's not happy.
Oh, really? Oh, Brendan Rice.
He's over here in the hat on the left-hand side.
Warrenpoint man. He's refereed 3 All-Ireland senior inter-county finals, and he's in charge of the intermediate final tomorrow. I don't think we'll be giving him a microphone just now or asking his opinion at the minute. He's obviously very biased for Warrenpoint. Now, the clubhouse side here in Kildress, and it's great work from Downings actually. They're under pressure now, but they're playing brilliantly into the wind and into the sun as well. And McGrawdy again, if they get a score here, it would be immense obviously. But what an effort it is just to get up the field. It's an interesting ball put in, but it's not a good ball, and Warrenpoint have it. And I'm not sure who it was. I thought it was Howlett, but this is Howlett. Warrenpoint, is there one last charge in them? I think there'll still be a minute or two. Strong defending there. Too strong, says the referee, by Maggie Doherty. So it's a free, which Howlett will take. Referee takes a look at his watch, but 2 minutes. I think there'll be a little bit more. I don't think we're out of time just yet. Howlett goes back to go forward. No, that's it. It is over. I thought we had a few stoppages that were longer than that. Remember the injury to Enya Quinn? I thought that was at least a couple of minutes, but that's it. They're going to play extra time. They are going to extra time. And there's a lot of players are down already. Busted from the huge effort they put in. I don't know where they're going to get the energy for extra time. But, you know, Emma Hegarty could have put it to you this way. There's a lot of frustration around us. Both teams obviously have put in a huge effort. Both sets of supporters are a little bit bewildered. but maybe just the fairest thing is to play another 20 minutes.
Yeah, look, no team deserves to lose that game today. Both teams have put in a real strong effort and a real big shift there, particularly Warrenpoint in the last maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Just really upped their game there, and they played with their heart in their sleeve. And every time they went down, Downings then they made a big push forward. It's unfortunate that nobody could get the score, but as both teams say, were very, very good there in that second half.
I would give a lot of credit to the Downings for the last 5 minutes or so after the goal and equaliser. The character they showed then was terrific.
Yeah, it takes character and it takes players, and on both sides you just see two standout players in Shannon McGrody and Katie Howlett there. They're the heartbeat of both teams, and when things are going wrong, they're always the two players. It's either making the tackle or making the interception or breaking out with the ball, and both teams seem to be relying quite heavily on them players, but that's what you need in every team. And I suppose coming out here now, you say there was more Downings girls there down and out in their feet, so hopefully they get a few minutes break here and rejuvenate and come out and make another good 10-20 minutes of this game.
It's interesting that both sets of players have gone into the dressing rooms. They are going to take this rest because they need it, but they don't know that me and Mark had to go to the All-Stars in Dublin tonight. Another half an hour, boys, come on.
This will be tight.
Come on, that's the life we lead. But no, I think we'll be all right. We'll look forward to it, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes' time, I imagine, with extra time. We've had everything today, and now somewhere under that rainbow we have the teams coming out for the 2024 Ulster Junior Championship final. Extra time. Wind is still going from left to right are in the direction of that rainbow. So who's going to win the toss for the first half? It's Katie Howlett in there, the captain of Warrenpoint, and it is Sinead McBride, the captain of Downings, with the referee David Herson. There's a few children behind me starting to wrap the back of the stand, so I've just given them a dirty look, and it worked. And one of the Warrenpoint people as well, I think, has told them as well, shush, I want to watch this game in peace. And it's going to be a fascinating second half. By the looks of it, it's Downings playing from left to right in the second half, playing with the wind as he did in the first half of the game, Emma Hegarty.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one now to see. And see, this, are they still sticking with? They're still sticking with their 8 and 9. They haven't put McGrory back into.
No, she's gone straight into full forward there.
So again, probably direct ball, route 1.
Yeah, well, they might have felt, and I certainly felt, that maybe they'd lost it there, that Warrenpoint were going to win. Clodagh Murphy says that's our rainbow for sure. Keep the messages coming there on the Facebook and YouTube. A bonus, free live streaming of the final, and now the bonus is extra time, and the referee, well, he blew his whistle as if he was going to start it. Now he's run over. I think that's probably Ronan McCarthy from Ulster Ladies. So what's that instruction about? They're pointing over to the left hand side for some reason. Not quite sure what it is about. Or maybe down towards that goal area. No, can't see what it's about, but they're looking down towards where the umpires and everybody is, but I don't see anything on towards.
No ball, maybe.
No ball. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Oh no, there is a ball there. Oh, no ball behind the goals, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's moving the children, that's what it is.
Oh really? From behind the goals?
Yeah.
Okay. Must have been maybe a director from Ulster. Anyway, let's get on with the game then. Extra time. Downings in the green, and off they go on the attack. A little bit of soccer play there, but free given, is it? Yeah, free given, and players falling everywhere. Tough challenges going in. Well, one thing's for sure, Hammer, there's still nobody holding back out there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure even how that is. The Warrenpoint girl, as far as I could see, had both her feet on the ground. She led with a hand for that tackle, but there must have been some kind of a direct contact.
Yeah, well, Julie Treardy is down. She's the one getting treatment, and it's a free as well for her team. She's okay, although I'd say there's a lot of sore players from the first 60 minutes of the game, but that's great from Julie Treardy. Turns inside. Will she use McGrory rather? She does, and she runs into Howlett. Force back, and now it's Warrenpoint's turn to get lots of players there. Back. Are they up to 15, by the way, Downings? They probably are by now.
Yeah, they were at the end of the second half there.
This is Amy McLaughlin. Sinead McBride out to that far side. They try the left corner if there's any joy out there to get a score, but she's coming into the middle, and I think that is Lauren McBride. Has she got it over? No, it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. No score. 1.5 minutes into extra time, but Downings camped into the Warrenpoint half. Good play, and they've got the win behind them as well. Now this kick out is going to be important from Cara Bradley. Where's she going to go? Look at the press. There's no blue jerseys close to her. She just pops it up in the air, and that was a hand from Russell, but Downings have it, and they've got it to Mary Trassa Boyce, Mary T. Boyce. They're trying to work it in. They've got it. I think that's Doherty on her right foot, but well blocked and well won back as well for Warrenpoint. And the fullback was involved there to pick up the pieces, but the initial challenge was another defender. I'm trying to get her number for you to give her a bit of credit for that, because that was an important block by her. But Downings have it. Misplaced ball coming out of defence again. Warrenpoint still camped in. McGrory, and the word from the crowd here is don't foul. Easier said than done. McGrory still going, spreads the play with a really long fist pass. Russell got a hand to it, But still the chance is there, and it's Keevan McLaughlin, number 9. Now McGrady takes responsibility, puts it up in the air, and she's judged that beautifully. She used the wind perfectly, and that's the first score of extra time, and it's Downing's back in front. Great score.
That's an excellent score there. Now every shot you go to take now after that 60 minutes is going to take that wee bit more energy to try and get it over. She timed it well, and she struck the ball very, very well there.
Used all her experience there. And that ball has broken. And it's Downing's in again. And a chance for McBride. I got too excited there. I thought it might end up in the net, and it didn't. You just never know from the angle here, and with the wind. That could be over the bar, though. No, it's gone to the right as well. And there's a player down for Warrenpoint. And it is the number 2, I think it is, Anna O'Neill. Or is it the number 12? It is the number 12. It's Kiva Quinn who is back there. Well, her sister has been in the wars, and it's her sister with her there. Those are the Quinn twins. She's getting up. She's going to be okay. But a goal there would have been a disaster for Warrenpoint at this stage in the game. But it dropped into the keeper's arms, and there's another hold up here. I think we're going to have quite a few hold ups. It's just the way it's going to be here in extra time, 4 minutes in. But just a 1 point so far, and Warrenpoint haven't got out. Well, I was going to say out of their own half. I don't think they've got outside of their own 45.
No, and she seems to be in a bit of trouble here with this arm or hand.
Yeah, she's trying desperately to play on. No one will want to go off. Not on a day like this. Not at this stage in an Ulster final. Their first ever Ulster final Warrenpoint have been in ladies football. On Facebook, we have Declan McElheron commenting, and Leona Boyce. Come on, Downings. Mary Spence as well. Roisin Grant cheering on Warrenpoint. Siobhan Coyle for the Downings. Martin Sherry, excellent second half from Warrenpoint. And all those comments coming in. And I'm checking as well on the YouTube as well. Lisa Wilkin Butler watching from Tipperary. Good to have you on board. Was an announcement there, Emma? Was there a substitution or something?
There's substitution. All I heard was come on, wee Sarah. I'm trying to figure it out here now. I can't see Sarah
wee
on this.
Sarah. Well,
on the subs list.
Ooh.
It's just over there at the far side. She hasn't even turned around to see her number either.
For what team?
Yeah, for Warrenpoint.
17, is it? Maybe I say a 7. No, she's been on since the start. That's Anya O'Connell. For that's for Downings. Warrenpoint, you saying?
Yeah.
Where is she?
She came over at the far side over here.
Under the rainbow.
On the far side, yeah.
Rainbow's got even brighter and bigger. And can't see who it is, but yeah, around the rest of the pitch hasn't been too many substitutions. I see 20 there, but she's been on since the start for Downings. That's Trierdy. But yeah, somebody could come on here and become a star. There's some interesting options there. Warrenpoint have Ciara Downey, who's 39, Kate Kelly, who's 44, and then they've Nisha Grant, who's only 15, Holly Rice, who's only 15, and Rachel Craven, only 15. And for Downings, well, you have Mary Bridget McKeever is only 15, and Katie McGrady and Casey Gallagher are only 15. I wonder could one of those young girls come on.
29 there that's come on.
Oh, 29 for Warrenpoint. Nisha
yeah,
Grant,
Nisha
maybe.
Grant.
So something has to give. They get it back to O'Connell. Anya O'Connell wearing 17, but she's been on since the start of the game and playing for her sister Avine, who did her ACL in the last minute of the semi-final and tragically not able to play here. You get it out to Jessica Roberts. She spreads the ball to the far side. Downing's attack breaks down though, and I think that's, is that Howlett?
Substitute. No, that's
it was a
substitute.
substitute.
Yeah.
You're right, it was Grant.
She's been very, very energetic from she came on, and she's followed that ball. Just
she's tall,
after
isn't
tack.
she?
Very tall.
15-year-olds. Nisha Grant for Warrenpoint. End of the play. I feel like nothing's happened for about 4 minutes. There was an injury and then a stoppage and now a substitution. 17 for 6. Which team is it? Is that must be, which wouldn't be Russell going off. No, it's O'Connell
Downings.
going off for Downings. The girl I was just talking about, Anya O'Connell, and number 6 is Nadine Gallagher, 21-year-old. Two sisters who moved to Australia. Might be watching on the live stream. So she's now into the play, the number 6 for Downings. Didn't start the game despite being listed to. Now Warrenpoint with Anna O'Neill. Look at those challenges going in, and there's another injury, and this time it's Amy McLaughlin going down, and she was almost too brave for her own good there, Emma.
Yeah, there's no one really holding back here.
No.
See, even the youngest player in the field there, number 15, went over and gave a shoulder there to one of the Downings players. She didn't hold back.
Well, she was the youngest. I'm not sure she's the youngest now, because number 29 has come on, Nisha Grant. They're both 15. They have a joint. Now Downings, 8.5 minutes into the first period of extra time, but I feel we've only had about 5 minutes of play. This is Julie Trierdy. Draws a free. That rainbow is still extremely bright. I think Warrenpoint people are telling me that's Amy McGivern, 16th player for them. But here come the Downings. And it's Sinead McBride, an interesting ball in there, beautifully taken as well, and there could be a score here at the end of it all. That is Mary T. Boyce, feeds it out. They're forced to come back out. This is the player who's been the only one who scored in extra time so far, McGrady. Played wide by Gallagher, who's just come on the field, but great play for Warrenpoint. An interception by Kiva Quinn, recovering from her injury. Great play, and now her twin sister, Enya. And off she goes. Dinking one way and then the other. Gets you to Nisha Grant. But over there, I think that's Michelle Wilkin coming over. But Warrenpoint still managed to get the ball somehow. Haven't scored, but they'll not be maybe too disappointed to have only conceded 1 point playing into the wind in the first period of extra time. And now Enya Quinn gets it again and loves to go forward and takes on players and frightens defenders. And now they'll try to move the ball from side to side. We're coming up to the end of the first period of extra time, as in the time that is allocated. But there will be at least a couple of minutes more. Anna Craven now for Warrenpoint. They're just keeping possession. And they've lots of players over here, but they may have given it away here because that challenge came in. Was it McBride or was it Trierdy? I'm not sure. It was McBride, Lauren McBride. But Warrenpoint have won it back. That's great tenacity from them. And Kate Mansfield spreads the play. Can they get a score here? They would be delighted to go in level. 1 point down is not too bad, but they'd be delighted to get level if they can. Emma Russell, they get it to Kiva Shannon. There's a Downings player down in the middle of the pitch, and she's getting treatment. Nisha Grant gives it to Enya Quinn. They're still quite a distance from goal into that win. They get it back, but it's broken down, and Downings could break here. They could counter, even though they have a player down who I think is getting treatment for cramp. And as the referee held it up, he has for a free, but I think he's saying play on. It's not a head injury. So even though there's a player down, play on, and they do. That's brilliant from Emma Russell as well, and Emma Hegarty is with me, and Emma Russell has had a great game. Yeah,
she's been outstanding, so she has got through a lot of work there, and just that on that player that was on the ground was Julie Trierdy, and she's been through a mountain of work as well. So the likes of this cramp is going to start to, you'll see a lot more players going down with it here, and it's who can just grit the teeth and bear and grin it for the next, what suppose 10 minutes left after this. This half should nearly be up.
Yeah, 11.5 minutes gone. I think we're still going to have maybe another minute, you know, because there were a few stoppages. So there's time for another score for Downings, and I think they might need it, you know. Amy McLaughlin going from side to side, and a little punt pass off the front of her foot as they keep possession. But a lot of Warrenpoint players have got back. Anna O'Neill is now joining them. She's slipped in there to mark the number 15 McBride, but Downings will come again. That's an interesting ball popped over the top, but not an accurate ball, and Warrenpoint will gladly take that. Bernie Grant, watching in Manchester, says come on Nisha. She's delighted with the substitution. Crossfield ball breaks from, was it Howlett? No, it was Russell for Warrenpoint. They've had good possession in the last 2 or 3 minutes, and I think they've weathered the storm a little bit. It'll still take a huge effort in the second period of extra time. They haven't scored since the equaliser in normal time. This is Kiva Shannon, and she's fouled. This could be the last kick of the half, and it's a fair distance out. I don't think they're going to get a score from there, but it might be the last kick, so they might have to try as we watch again. The challenge coming in there, and it was the number 4 Maggie Doherty with the foul. So I think that should be just about it. We're now 3 minutes over. This is turning into a bit of an epic battle, and battle is the right words. Enya Quinn is there. She's not looking to have a go. They're shouting for her to have a go, but it's into the wind. It's a tough one. Now she maybe is going to take it on. She's stolen a yard or two and gives it everything, but no. Gone to the left, and it's gone wide. And I'm looking to the referee. I thought he was going to blow right there. He's looked at his watch. He's not running too far away, though, which usually tells me that he's going to blow it as soon as the keeper kicks it. No, he hasn't. We still go on, and is that Julie Traerty, I think it is, over there. She's recovered. Looks at his watch again, and now he is blowing for the end of the first period of extra time. It's 1-7 to 1-6. We nearly had 4 minutes extra. That was about right in my book as well. So 1 point in it. The players just going over to the far side. I don't think they'll be going into the dressing rooms at this point. It'll just be a couple of minutes here, and then we will carry on, and then we'll stay on for the presentation. There'll be a Player of the Match awards and the cup as well, and that is presuming that we don't have kicks as well, but we could have. Emma, have you ever played? Have you ever had kicks?
I haven't had to do it myself, but I've seen it happening in Tyrone in the championship one day, and it went through the whole team and then back through the team again, and end up having to move it in.
Did they all score or all miss?
They all missed. They couldn't reach it. It was a windy day. And
is this back a few years?
It was about 3 years ago now. It was in Errigal and Dungannon.
I think it's closer in now.
Yeah, do you know what? It ended up being really cruel, I thought.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fair, and you could see the younger girls on the Dungannon panel stepping back, didn't want to take the shot. And
yeah, I think that rule has been changed. I think they've gone in closer, so it's a bit easier to score, but yeah, it was tough.
It's not easy
or
under
would you
that
prefer
pressure.
Penalties? Would you prefer that rule was changed?
No, I think ladies are right by sticking by the free kicks. You have more chance of someone being able to kick the ball over the bar than you have being able to kick it in the back of the net under that pressure.
Yeah, fair enough.
See Shannon McGrory getting a bit of attention over there. Legs must be feeling it.
Oh, I'm sure they're all feeling it. I mean, the challenges were flying in all the way through, and I mean, this is junior. You know, and as I said at the start, you have 15-year-olds, you have girls over 40, you have all sorts. I mean, these girls really got together in their clubs in the last 5 or 6 years, and they've given everything. But you know, to go on this journey to an Ulster final and to still be playing in November, nearly into December, is incredible for them. You know, and it requires a lot of fitness. But you know, maybe they haven't had the same preparation throughout the year, you know, as like a senior club would. So you know, it's asking an awful lot of them, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it's not easy. I know my own club there just as well. Like, we've been relegated to junior football for the first time in 13 years, and it's difficult. It's very, very difficult to try and regroup. But already, I have the girls out. We're doing a bit of strength and conditioning now already, and we're trying just to rebuild for our own panel. And our eyes would be set on trying to push in a championship within Tyrone and junior football. It's tough. It's hard hitting. You don't get that time on the ball. It can be sloppy at times, but it's not by no means any easier than intermediate or senior football. But I suppose just your senior team, your likes in Tyrone anyway, your likes of your Errigals, McCartans, them teams supposed to be just a wee bit more primed and be focusing more on that fitness.
Yeah, absolutely. A few messages coming in on Facebook. Nicola Carter says, "Come on, Warrenpoint," cheering all the girls on from Manchester. And she gives a shout out for Cara Bradley, the goalkeeper. Niamh Gallagher says, "Come on, Nadine," from Niamh and Donal in Australia. I knew you were out there. What time of the night is it there? And where exactly are you? Daisy White says, "Come on, Anna Craven." All the uni girls in Manchester are supporting. And Mary Ferry says, "Na Dúnaibh, you beauties." Both sets of supporters all around the place are urging their team to get over the line. What about player of the match, by the way? Have you had any more thoughts on that?
There's a few players starting to step up here now. Both Kivas on the Warrenpoint team.
Yeah.
Kiva Shannon has been excellent there. Kiva Quinn's worked hard. Anna Craven, Katie Howlett. Very, very hard to see past Shannon McGrody there for Downings. But their midfield as well. Keith McLaughlin's put in a lot of work. And their defence is tightening up a wee bit here as well. So, look, it can be anybody's, but we'll see how this goes now.
I hate to tell you this, but they only want one. No, we'll pick it in about 5 minutes' time, I think. We'll have to wait. We're back up and running, and immediately the midfielder for Warrenpoint is parked on the ground right on centre spot. That's Anna Craven. And she is now getting treatment. It's going to be like that over the next 10 minutes, or probably more than 10 minutes. 9.5 to go. Warrenpoint on the attack. 1 point down. They get it back to Katie Howlett. They get it to Nisha Grant, and Nisha will pass the ball out to this side, and that's a super ball out to Kate Mansfield, but too far from goal. She gets it to Lucy Elmore. It's not a great ball though, and Downings have got it back, and they will get a free out as well. Craven is still getting treatment in the middle of the field to her lower left leg, but now she's walking away. She's fine. That's good work by Lauren McBride, doing the hard work on this girl, Shannon McGrody. What a turn from her, taking on 1, 2, 3 players, but going for overcarrying. She is down, but she'll not be out. She will fire for her team right to the end of this game. But Warrenpoint have that vital possession. Even more vital will be a point. Enya Quinn has gone right into the full forward area. 2 or 3 concerned Downings defenders have gone with her. Can Warrenpoint manufacture something here? Into the corner. This is Craven. She was supposed to be injured. She's up and running. She's fine, but she is smothered there. Now she's blown for overcarrying. And there's a lot of tired limbs out there, Emma, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of tired bodies, and that's to be expected. Both teams have put in a serious shift, especially in normal time of this game. How some of them are even remaining on the pitch after the work rate they've put in is beyond me. But it's an Ulster final. You just got to grit the teeth and move on.
That's Russell going for that for Warrenpoint, but she's fouled. It's a free to Downings. Downings, you don't expect them to score in this half. I know they got 1 score in normal time when they played into the win and it was a goal. But you'd imagine their plan here will be keep possession and hold them out and try and prevent them from scoring in the second period of extra time. Easier said than done, but you can see here they're trying to keep possession. They're trying to steal a few yards, and that's brilliant. That's McGrody again. That's fantastic from her. But it's dropped. It's anybody's. Who's going to grab it? The referee has made a decision. I think he's given it to Downings. He has. Vital possession for them. It's going to be a long 7 odd minutes for Downings, but they have that priceless 1 point lead. Can they hold on to it as the sun starts to leave us? So it's getting a lot duller here in Kildress. In fact, the sun is now gone completely. A cloud has come over and we've lost that. I'm hearing a lot of singing down at the front from the Warrenpoint girls, but not too much to sing about at the minute. There's only been 1 score in extra time, and we've had a total of about 18 minutes. Scores at a premium, but plenty of players down injured. I see a sub going on, I think, for Warrenpoint. 22 is that? I think it is.
I think it is, yeah.
That's Alicia Jones, a 17-year-old, going into a defensive position. Downings get us going again. McBride involved in so much. McGrody, every time she gets the ball, she goes forward. She takes players on. Not that they really need to just now, so they filter it back out. They just need to keep possession. Are they going to be able to hold out? That is the key. And of course, Warrenpoint need a point, but that will only level it. Doesn't mean we'll get a winner. That's good from Nadine Gallagher, keeping possession. Downings playing keep ball. And they get it back, and every single Warrenpoint player is behind the ball. They're coming out now, but only 2 of them, Craven and the substitute. The rest of them are still back in there. They're going to need to be a little bit more adventurous than that. Tweardy, brilliant work by her to burst her way through. They're keeping possession, but they're trying to burst through the lines as well, and there's a free here. Oh, he's brought it back. It's not for Warrenpoint. They thought they'd got the free, but they haven't. It was for an earlier infringement. Interesting game that Downings are playing at the minute, Emma, isn't it?
Yeah, Warrenpoint's going to have to come out here and take the game by the scruff of the neck. Sitting back, if you're winning, that's fine, but when you're a point down with very little time left, you're going to have to push out here and start challenging them. Otherwise, Downings are just going to hold the ball.
That's what they're doing right now. And they've players over here, and Warrenpoint, as I said, they haven't even got anybody, Emma, up in the other half.
No.
Just in case they get a break, there's nobody there.
They're all sitting back. They're just going to have to start coming out. Because Downings seem very comfortable on the ball here.
They are. They really are. And that is the thing at the minute. And they're growing in confidence the more they get the ball. Look at the way they're just throwing it around, and they've always got players out here because Warrenpoint are so deep.
And Shannon McGrory is just absolutely everywhere.
She's immense, she really is. And slips the ball, but that could be intercepted, and it was the 13 back there. It was Kiva Shannon. Have they got it? Yes, free for Warrenpoint. Now they may have an opportunity.
They've got a break though. There's a lot of players walking, a lot of players standing still. If they don't get forward, they're not going to have any option up inside.
Is that another sub?
I can't see.
Warrenpoint coming forward. 6 minutes into the second period of extra time in this epic battle. And it has been a battle, but what entertainment it has been for everyone online and everybody here at the game who are losing it, I have to say. Not for the first time. It's Kate Mansfield. There's a lot of frustration, but there's also a lot of encouragement going in there for both teams. Can the point get a point? That's one of the subs involved there, number 22, Alicia Jones. But can they get a little bit of room? They've got it to Jones again, but she's surrounded by Downing's defenders, so they come back out. Who's going to take it on? Can they get through? Is that Craven? She runs into traffic. It is her. No foul. The referee says play on, but it's spilled nicely for Warrenpoint. Then a challenge comes in. No foul again. There's bodies going down. The ball is going down. Still no foul, and eventually over carrying, and it's a free out. Little bit of afters as well. Oh, the drama, Emma.
It was almost like a rugby scrum in there at one stage. I'm not sure how he was letting that go.
You picked some game to make your debut in co-commentary, didn't you? I didn't tell you there'd be extra time. I thought I'd keep that secret. Another player down. It's a Downing's player, but as I said before, it's not a head injury, so you keep playing. And who else but McGrawdy leading from the front. Blue jerseys all around her, but she keeps possession. Another tough challenge goes in. The referee says play on. So they do, and it's a great ball. It's a good ball for Downings. Well, Warrenpoint have not scored at all in extra time. 14 minutes the first period, and now 8 minutes. They haven't scored. Therein is the problem. But credit to Downings here now on the attack. They could get a score here to maybe seal it. That's the corner back, Jessica Roberts, taking it into the corner. That's where they want it. Never mind getting a score. Keep the ball up there. They're working it brilliantly. Now Sinead McBride, the captain. Now Lauren McBride. But, oh, they nearly got it back there, Warrenpoint. They might have it back. They do have it back. 8.5 minutes into the second period of extra time. Oh, the drama. Love juniors. Absolutely love it. Now Anna Craven. Off she goes. She was down injured a minute ago, but now she's running down that left-hand side. But a brilliant challenge coming in to dispossess her. And the referee says, yeah, he lets that go. So they go. Downings have it back again. Was it number 4 who made the challenge? I want to give credit to challengers like that. It was Maggie Doherty, yeah. Downings have it. McGrawdy has it. She bursts through again. I don't think there's any doubt about player of the match, is there?
No, I don't think it can be too far away.
Oh my goodness, what a run. She has led by example. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but there's no other way of putting it. And she's on the ground now.
Yeah, she's been absolutely everywhere, so she has. Whenever anybody needed somebody to stand up, she's been the one to step up and push things on. Just hasn't looked even about that's the first time that she's actually went down and maybe stayed down for any length of time. She's just bouncing straight back up and getting on with it.
And she got a great score as well.
Yeah, she's very, very good there now.
Remember the point in the second? Or was it her score in extra time?
It was her score. Yeah,
it was her score. Put them into the lead. Absolutely. Oh, hold on.
This is where again.
She's got it again. There's no stopping that woman. She was down a minute ago, and she's going again. Oh, blown for over carrying. So is there one last twist? We're overtime, in extra time. Downings are on the brink. 1 point only scored in the entire 2 periods of extra time, but the point only need a point to force a little bit more. The girls in blue come again. The referee looks at his watch. The substitute has it. Nisha Grant, she's only 15. She puts it in there, but it's gone wide and it's gone to the left, and it's not over. It's not over, but there's not long left. The Downings. 45 seconds in to extra time, added time. It's over. The Downings have done it. The Downings from Donegal have won the 2024 AIB Ulster Junior Championship. Wow, they were only reformed in 2016, 7-8 years ago, and they are Ulster champions. What an amazing performance, and that's without Aoibhinn McConnell, who did her cruciate in the last minute of the semi-final. They showed amazing character today. They scored 5 goals in the Donegal final and in the quarter-final in Ulster. No Donegal team has ever won this, so they have made history today, and Downings are the Ulster champions. They held out an extra time. They kept Warrenpoint scoreless. It was only 1 point, but it was scored by Shannon McGrady, who has to be the player of the match. Emma, what a game.
Yeah, it was an excellent game there. Up until maybe the last 5-10 minutes, you didn't really know where that game was going to go. Complete heartbreak for Warrenpoint there. Credit to them. They made the game. And look, Downings were very, very, very good there. And none other than Shannon McGrady, just to see them over the line there. And there's no doubt that she's player of the match.
Well, the advertising for a sponsor on their jerseys is the Singing Pub. They'll definitely be singing in the Singing Pub tonight, and a few pubs as well around the area. And in fact, one of the players, Eva Pasoma, number 19, she is from the family that own it or run it, I think, up there as well. I hope they're watching up in the bar there, and I know they're watching in a few other bars and in Manchester and Spain and Australia as well. There's people watching all over the world. That's what junior football does. And little Downings up there in North Donegal are the champions of Ulster. And wait till you hear this. They're now going to play in the All-Ireland Series. Are you hearing what I'm saying up there in Donegal? You're going to be playing in the All-Ireland semi-finals, and you're going to be playing Kilcock from Kildare, who won last week in Leinster, and it gets better. You're going to be at home as well, so you're going to have an All-Ireland semi-final up in the Downings. And Emma, isn't that amazing for a club who only formed 7-8 years ago? Yeah,
look, sometimes it only takes 1, 2, 3 good people behind a club to drive it. I know my own club, we've been very, very lucky with people that's been very invested in the ladies' side of the club, and that's all you need. Some people take an interest in ladies' football, and it's no shy matter that ladies' football maybe does get overshadowed by the men's football, but it's great to see a club like Downings, and if you've just said, like, they're only formed 7 years ago or whatever it is, like, to come out like that, that's a massive achievement. And you talked about Shannon earlier winning a senior All-Ireland with Termon. She's just done it with her own club, and I have no doubt that feeling overrides any win that she's ever probably won, just doing that with your own club and the people that you grew up with in your own village.
Absolutely, I agree with that. On Facebook, Myra Murray says, come on, Nisha. Oh, that's an earlier message. That was for Nisha, who came on as a sub. Let me scroll down a little bit here. Clodagh Murphy says Katie for player of the match. That's a good shout, to be fair. Tricia Hayward says come on the Downings. Nadine Gallagher, who come on there as a sub. Rachel Fox, come on Downings. Let me see. I'm just trying to get up to date here. Jason Coyle, well done Downings, fantastic performance. Myra Murray, again, Hard Luck Blues, a great game. Congratulations. Siobhan Coyle says wahoo, congratulations. Clodagh Murphy, great game all round, proud of you, Warrenpoint, you gave it your all. Kayla Barry says well done Downings. E-Bikes Downings, well done girls in management. Donal Osarka says I'm not sure what he's saying there actually, so I'll just go past that one. Bridget Hunter says brilliant Downings, well done. You can hear they're getting ready for the presentation down below us here. You can hear the Dúnaibh system, I would imagine. So we're going to have the presentation of player of the match and the cup presentation here. We're going to stay on for that here in Kildress now. As you can also see, a lot of the players have been swamped and swarmed by family members who have gone over. I can actually see, I think, the cup away over to the left there on a plinth. I can see it glistening a little bit in the sunshine away over there, but that sort of hot contraption over there which they have here, maybe for the likes of barbecues or that kind of thing here. So I think the presentation is going to be made over there. It's going to be a wee bit of a distance from us, but the Dúnaibh system is very good, so I hope we're going to be able to hear what is being said there. But we have given our vote for player of the match, and there was no doubt in the end that it was to go to Shannon McGrody. Roisin has come on as well. Roisin BT Doherty, congratulations to Downings. Suzanne McTague, well done Downings. Thank you for the live stream. You're very welcome. Noel says fantastic result. Well done to Downings. Dervla McMenamin the same. So lots of nice messages coming in. Darren McBride as well just now. Well done Lauren and team. Lauren at number 15. She had a great game as well too. But you know, you have to pay credit to all of the players who took part here today, and they certainly gave their all. What a journey it has been for both sets of players and their management as well. They all deserve a big mention as well, because some of them had to come in and keep things going in their club, where they might have died. I mean, for example, in Warrenpoint, Brian Murphy came in. Now he got pestered by his daughter and made him take it. But one of the quotes from Katie Howlett was that it wasn't a thing to play ladies football in our club, but boy, it is now. And even though they haven't won here today, they have really put ladies football on the map in their club. It's their first ever Ulster final in ladies football, so they have loved the journey to get here. And as Emma Haggerty was saying, well, the men can do it, so why not the women? They're only going 5 or 6 years, but they've got to a final, so I'm sure they'll dust themselves down and then look at going again next year. But looking through the Downings team here, Emma, you look at Jessica Roberts, number 2. Her sister Tanya is the PRO and the mentor. Maggie Doherty, what a game she put in at number 4. Michelle Wilkin, 35 years old, a mum of 3, been there right from the start. And that's probably before the club was revived in 2016. Nadine Gallagher, who came in there, Julie Traerty and her sister Emer, they were brilliant today. The 2 McLaughlin sisters, only young, 16 and 21, they were brilliant. Kiva at one point, was it a score she got or something? It was magnificent. Mary T. Boyce, mum of 2. Sinead McBride, only 21. The captain, Denise Doherty, got the crucial goal. And you know, they had to dig it out when it looked like Warrenpoint were going to beat them towards the end of the game. And Denise Doherty, by the way, who got the goal, she's an auntie of the number 27 Casey. And then you look in the subs and you look at more O'Connell sisters, Eva Pasoma as well, Kiva Coyle,
Council,
and you give them all credit.
But club for the use of their facilities this afternoon in such a game. I'd also like to thank both teams for an enthralling match in full time and in the extra time. They may be from different parts of the province in terms of one north, one extreme south, but in terms of today's game, there's only 1 point in it in terms of to come as close as possible. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank my colleagues on the Ulster Executive and helpers and volunteers who make today work. I also like to take the opportunity to thank David Hurston and his team of referees and officials for today to do their job, not only today but on many other occasions throughout the year. They have very high and excellent standard.
That's Colin Murray from Ulster Ladies. I'm sure you can hear it nice and clearly. We're just trying to get all the players over.
To the losers today, come Paranifa, there's probably no words that can say the disappointment that you currently feel and will feel for a period of time. But maybe in the days and weeks ahead, you may think back on the journey that you've been on for the last while, winning a down title, winning through Ulster right the whole way to the final, when you brought your friends, community and club with you. And I suppose it's maybe not kind words, but there is always next year, and maybe you come back stronger and harder next year. To Dúnaibh, congratulations, well done. You won by the narrowest of margins. In Ulster, we wish you all success. Your journey isn't over. You have a home game in the semi-final of the AIB Junior Championship. Before before I get to the main event, I'd like to do the player of the match. I would like number 14 from the Dúnaibh, Shannon McCrory, to come forward, please.
Hopefully we can see her through all of the crowd there. And yeah, there she is. She's coming forward to column to get that and get her photograph taken. She was at the launch a month or 6 weeks ago, and now she is here as the captain. Not the captain, sorry. She was there representing the captain that night. She's here now as the player of the match. The captain will come up now, and that's Sinead McBride, the number 12 from Downings, will be called up. There's a new one, by the way. We have a viewer from Denmark.
And now to the main event. Could I ask the Dúnaibh captain, Sinead McBride, to come forward, please? Just...
I think there's two coming forward. I think that's what they're saying. You're only supposed to have one captain in ladies football, but there was two in at the start at the toss. I remember that. But I think it's Sinead who is going to receive the cup here from Column. You see the photographers in there, and a few phones going up, a few children being popped up as well to see the magic moment for the Donegal girls. And she'll maybe make a speech before lifting the cup, will she? No, there goes the cup. Ulster champions. And now Sinead will take to the mic. No.
This feeling's just so surreal. I don't think we could ever have imagined being here, to be honest. I just have a few thanks to say. First of all, I want to say thanks to everyone in the venue for hosting today. The conditions are unreal. I want to say thanks to the ref and the linesmen and everybody behind the scenes, all the cameramen and all. I want to say thanks to our opposition today. They gave us a real run for our money, and they gave it everything to the final whistle.
Well said.
Girls, you should not go home with your heads down today. I know it's tough losing it like that. We've had that feeling before, but you shall come back better than ever, stronger again, and you shall be back here next year in the same position again. So 3 cheers for Warrenpoint. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. And then I want to say thanks to all our management for all the hard work they've done all year. So we have Barney, Doy, Tanya, Emer, Weeman, or Paul Coyle, Charles, give me a chance. And of course to all my lovely teammates for all the hard work they put in all year. Couldn't have done it without them. Woo! Would also like to thank the sponsors, the Singing Pub, especially Maria, who couldn't be here today. We also want to thank the club and supporters, obviously, for everyone being here. Only for you singing and keeping us going. I got us to the final whistle, so thanks a million for coming, and that's it. Thank you.
Yep, they'll be singing in the Singing Pub, as I said earlier on. A little bit of a new one here today. I got a message there from somebody watching in Denmark. In fact, west of Denmark. It's Kieran McGee says, congratulations, Downing. Watching from west of Denmark in the North Sea. And it mentions Heather Jane as well. Thanks for that message. Nicola Logue. Well done, Downings, from all of the Logues of Cranford. Fantastic game, says Gerodes. And well done, Downings. Just one or two more. Clive says, well done, watching in Cregan. And who else? Tricia, so proud of them, watching from St Anne's in Lancashire. And Maureen O'Connor, Aontoch Erfad na Dúnaibh, wonderful indeed. Liam Doherty, well done girls. Barney and Doy on the great win. Doy is Dominic McGrody. That's an uncle of Shannon, by the way. He says super achievement. There's loads here coming in now, and no, I think that's about it. One at the bottom. Rosa Penna Hotel and Golf Club Resort watching as well. That's right beside the football pitch there. A proud day for everyone in Downings in Donegal. We'll be back tomorrow with a live stream from Omagh, from the intermediate final and the senior final. So 2 live streams tomorrow. But for now, we hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Emma Doherty, well, I do down Emma for player of the match myself, I had to say, certainly from our team, for your impressive debut performance. Thanks very much for being with us today. And we will certainly give you a call again. Great job. And thanks to the whole team here. So from everyone in Kildress, as the sun is gone, it's going down and setting on a victory for the Downings, it's a goodbye.